Howdy, howdy, this is Blue Otter, and today we are playing The Case of the Worst Day Ever. I would like to thank Hero Game for providing me with a key. Now, I previously played the demo for this, so if you've also played the demo, you can go in here to Settings, and you're going to want to come in here and hit Delete Progress. This will start your save over again, and then that way you can play from the beginning. And there are different features that you can have, such as show word count, show hotspots, auto collect keys. This is how you can adjust the game while you're playing. Because once we hit play, it is going to be like, how do you want to play? Show hotspot, where potential clues are highlighted throughout the scene, auto collect words, and show word count. You can change these settings in the settings screen at any time during the game. Congratulations. But not everyone is having a good day. All right, so we're going to start with, looks like the cat. Investigation 1, a very stinky situation. So form conclusions here. So we have here where you're going to be able to figure out what happened, you collect words, and then you have some various things that you're going to be finding while you are investigating, such as like who's in the scene, some different things. You can get over here to use help. You can get help and hints if you need them, and then it'll kind of tell you like where to go and get stuff. And then it's also got a nice little note thing where you can type whatever you want. I promise I can type. So you can keep track of your notes. Now what we're going to be doing is, since we have things highlighted, you're going to be coming around here. So I'm curious, if I were to show hotspots, so yeah, I would not see, but I would have the investigation part. So what we're going to do though is I am going to show hotspots. There's a happy skunk eating cat food out of a bowl. That is usually never a good sign, at least if you're not intentionally feeding. We've got a couple things. We've got a leash and collar with a tag that says Thumper. A tasty treat bag. A smelly green collar engraved with peanuts. A red backpack containing school books. And a green rain jacket. So once they have been viewed, if you do have this enabled, they will show from a diamond to a circle. Let's go to the door. There's one very angry stinky cat in the bathtub. And can this day get any worse? So we have a bottle of deodorizing shampoo. I think Mythbusters did a whole special on this. So you can look at these people's phones and you can actually read their text messages. So, hey darling, make sure Ash doesn't forget her bag again. Don't worry, I will. So this just gives some names. We have Bug Evictors. I should be there around 11 a.m. Sounds good, thanks. I forgot to mention I sprayed the perimeter by your bushes, so don't water until tomorrow. Colin, are you coming to the cookout this weekend? Yes, plan on it. Great, Carolyn and the little ones too. Haha, yes, they're not so little anymore. Time flies. Or for you. Mr. Tink, your prescription is now ready for pickup. Text stop to stop receiving these alerts. Okay. So you can actually see this. Some cell phones will actually have more than that. So you can see here we got 11 out of 11. This is something you could turn off. Now, one of the things you can do here is you can have just the nouns sorted. You can have just the verbs sorted, or basically any of the other words also sorted. And then this one does all of them, and then you could sort it by alphabetical. So in here, we're going to go look and see if we can solve the puzzle. So this is Peanut. And this is Colin Tink. And it'll tell you who's correct. And then we have here Colin Tink. Once this is also, you can pull this out of here. So we can go Peanut. So you can pull them from down here, or you can just pull them from over here. Had to give a bath because a skunk sprayed, these are color coded, him by his food bowl. What befell Peanut? Peanut was outside when he noticed a skunk eating out of his food bowl. The skunk sprayed Peanut as he approached, so Colin had to give Peanut a bath. Peanut hates baths. And that gives us the story of Peanut. In a nutshell, that is how you play this game. We're going to go through, there's 10 total levels. If you get stuck, I want to show you where the hints are, and I will have these listed at the end of each one of these investigations. Man's name can be found in his phone. Sometimes animals wear their name. A cat looks Stinky. His name is probably on the Stinky collar. What happened? What's the skunk doing outside? It seems that someone didn't want to share their food. And we're going to find out what happened here. Investigation number 2, the multi-tool mix-up. All right, so we're going to do is we're going to go and investigate here. But Carolyn, what? Yeah, we have a blue army knife. Colin Tink. Looks like some kind of an invoice for the bug evicting. Okay, we've got a snoozing kitty wearing a collar engraved with Peanut. Are you really going to blame my daughter for your ingratitude? A business card for Michael Smythe, attorney at law. We have that boy. I want to borrow it. It's from a fine retailer, you know. Of course, I'll be sure to bring it next time I see you. No, I'm in the neighborhood. I'll be there in about 30 minutes to pick it up. Sure thing. Come on over. Oh, there's more. Carolyn, we've decided to come to Ash's play. Great. She'll be so excited. Wouldn't miss it for the world, even if that boy is going to be there. Dad, I thought we were past this. Nothing but the best for my girl. He just sounds like a peach, doesn't he? St. Yo-Yo Hospital, you and your wife's help have been instrumental in opening up the new wing. We owe the Bailey family a gratitude. It would be a shame if you were to miss the gala. We hate to miss it, but I checked my calendar and my granddaughter's putting on a play the same night. Maybe we can arrive late. Oh, how sweet. Arrive anytime you like. And we have the Elite Bank. We have detected a login attempt in your account from a new location. This code should not be shared with anyone else. Okay. So sometimes it's just, it has information. So if we back out now, we can see that that has changed. So that phone has been done, but I believe we actually have 3 people here that we've identified. We recognize this as Colin Tink from last time. We have Peanut, and then this is, well, his last name is Bailey because it's the dad. So that's not Michael Smythe. And Caroline is Colin's wife, I believe. Okay, so let's go back in here. We have here December 26th. Christmas was great. Colin got me a really cute necklace and everyone got along relatively well. Dad was even nice to Colin. Funnily enough, Colin got 3 army knives from the men of the family. First, he opened a red one from his dad. Later, he got a blue one from Dad. Then he got a yellow one from Ned. But one thing I noticed is that this kind of sticks out a little bit, and it's got a little tear right here. So I'm thinking these might be switched. So we can come over here, and we have a red knife from Carolyn's dad. Yeah, and then the blue one got from knife from Colin's dad. And then there was a yellow knife from Ned. We just have a little bit of note. I actually have played this. I've actually got notes that I've written down a bit. So we've got 14 out of 24. So we've still got quite a ways to go. Over here we got someone's phone. Carolyn. He's coming in 30 minutes. Maybe I wrote it in my diary. I'm toast if not. Hope that wasn't the year you know who destroyed it. I repaired it as best I could. I found it. I'd be lost without you. So yeah, it looks like this note over here had been destroyed, but they kind of put it together as well as they could. Donald, I want to borrow it. It's from a fine retailer, you know, of course. So you can see both sides of the text, which is one thing that's really cool about this game. I keep forgetting to go back in. Dad, the class of gifted kids. Yep, so proud of my little girl. Good for Ash. Tell her Papa, Tim, and Grammy are proud of her. Will do. And Bug of Victors. Forgot to mention. So this one was actually in the Peanut story. But now we're getting, instead of sprayed, it's now forgot is the word that we are paying attention to. Is that everything? That is everything from there. Let's go back over here. We have a collection of army knives of various. So some of these have different places that you can get the words. The Nelson method. This was passed down generation after generation in my family, hence the name, haha. It's the best way to do it, but it's really easy to get wrong. Be sure to follow step by step. Ned. Step 1, make sure everything is super clean. Do not skip this step. Step number 2, use the tool I lent you to begin. And then we have Timothy and Tanya Tink. Dear son, I was sorry to hear that you're still having trouble with your father-in-law. I can't believe after all this time he doesn't see how great of a person you are. To cheer you up, I've enclosed 2 tickets to see the Mook House play downtown. Love, Mom. All right, so we've got, but this, okay, put it in the bucket. Timothy and Tanya Tink, which must be Colin's parents. So we can deduce quite a bit. So the blue knife came from Colin's dad. So that was Timothy. Okay, let me show you this. So if I haven't solidified this one yet or confirmed this one, if I pull this down, it actually removes it. So we're going to do Timothy Tink. The yellow one came from Ned, who I believe was Ned Nelson. And then this one came from Caroline's dad, which is here, which is Donald. So we have Donald Bailey. Only thing that I could recommend in this game as any kind of improvement is once you finish this, is if I click on this, it should carry both of them if you're going to have this, because over here, like these two, it'll say that it's a name. So someone wanted to blank the blank blank. He blank to blank blank. Okay. So I think this is Donald Bailey wanted to come over here. Borrow the, it was the army knife. He gifted to Colin Tink. Unfortunately, Colin lost. No, because he didn't lose it. He forgot which army knife was from Donald. Okay, we're playing pronoun game here. I'm like, which he? Because we've got two he's here. He asked for Caroline's help. So this was Caroline's diary. Yeah, he found it, but it was destroyed by you know who, and the only other person in this is Peanut. No, Peanut destroyed it, but it was repaired wrong, because remember it had that little bit where they were flipped. So he gave the wrong army knife to Donald. What befell Colin? Colin received so many army knives that year that he couldn't remember which had come from his father-in-law, who already doesn't like him. Caroline's diary could have helped, but he didn't notice it had been repaired wrong, so he gave Donald the wrong knife. And that was Colin Tink's story. Once you've entered in everything, if one of them is wrong, it will allow you to view hints or to highlight your incorrect answers so you can go in and fix those. One man can be identified using the cell phone he is carrying plus the phone in the bedroom. The other man's name is inside of the cat tree. Who gave what? The diary in the bedroom can help. 2 letters in the garage can help too. It looks like the diary is torn up and then repaired. Look carefully at the edging. It looks like Carolyn repaired the diary wrong. 2 names are swapped. What happened? Carolyn's diary in the bedroom is the key. What was the diary repaired correctly? Look carefully at the edging. It looks like Carolyn accidentally swapped which dad gave which knife, but Colin didn't notice. All right, now we have over here investigation number 3, maintenance mayhem. Uh-oh, we've got someone with an oil stain. He looks very angry. The engine is smoking and covered in fresh oil. You call this pro service? I'm reporting this to your corporate office. We have a single car key, the remains of a corn bar, a wallet embossed with Max on the corner. Okay, so we could already come over here and we could at least put that in. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm sure he tried his best. So we've got a lot of stuff that just loaded in here. We have an oil swap schedule. Bay 1, we have Joe Baker, Brown, Roeder, Smith, Revy, Thomas. Bay 2, we have Thomas Klein, Smith, Dockery. Bay 3, Hammy, Lord, and Stoop at PMW with Joe Longford. No appointments for lunch at 1. Okay, we have an open pack of chewy gum, and we have a phone we can go through. Pro oil swappers. Joe Plume. Thomas is sick. Can you cover his shift tomorrow? Sure, thanks a bunch. Thomas Clyde. Hey, Mr. Gup, I'm not feeling very well and need a call out for tomorrow. Okay, I'll ask Plume. Hope you feel better soon. Thanks. Lynette Group. Did you remember to turn the slow cooker on? I think so. Robert, Sorry, all I can think about is getting ready for this corporate visit. Poor thing. I'll get the dog walker to check it. In corporate office, we expect to see an all-star swapper team on the 4th. We're looking forward to your visit. You've got the PDF with the new poster, right? Yes, we had a meeting about it as well. Excellent. It's a serious problem. Okay, so there's a PDF going around. Did we get... We got everything. Yeah, I think we got everything on him. So we're going to look and see. We have an oil filter chart, PMW, Sport, Lord, Rotary, and Revy. So this is just more spots to pick up some more words, I believe. Yeah, right down there. All right, we have this, an empty can of corn cola, a greasy blue jacket. We have an engine oil cap and a phone charger. So I like how there's different stuff here. So if we go back, okay, so here we have an empty can of corn cola, a greasy blue jacket, and we have a phone charger and an oil cap. Okay, so we could come over here and we could write just some notes. I'm noticing Bay 1 has a cola can. I'm from the South. We just call that Coke. Doesn't matter what it is. Bay 2 has oil stains. And Bay 3 had an oil cap and a phone charger. So I'm just giving you some ideas of things that you can utilize that feature, because that's a really cool feature to have. Okay, so here we have, I can't live without corn cola. Okay, so we're gonna look at that, an unopened thing and a near empty can of corn cola. So if we look really quickly, well, his name is Joe. These two are both named Joe. Okay, let's go to his phone. We have Emily Soulmate. Expires in 15 minutes. You don't have any best friends. Yeah, so we've got Donnie Friend Streak. Hold on, what was... Yeah, Soulmate Streak expires in 15 minutes. We have a phone call yesterday with Emily calling. We almost lost it yesterday. It's hard because of the work roles. You know, I do anything for you. Well, it feels like you don't really care sometimes. I'll keep it going, I promise. I'll find a way. Donnie, I don't know why they care about it so much. Dude, I think she might break up with me over it. Dude, no. You've been after her for so long. I know, but I don't want to get fired either. Gotta get sneaky. Grandpa, I'm getting settled in. Glad to hear it. I'll come see you soon, okay? I really like it. Good night, my boy. Good night, Grandpa. So, Dad, have you gone to see Grandpa yet? No, not yet. It'd really cheer him up. I know, it's just really sad. I understand, but we have to face it. Okay, so this... And I like how these are all connected, because this one connects to a later story. It referenced a... something also I noticed. He's got a full charger. He's got a full charge on his phone. But he also likes corn cola. They do have a sign here that says no phones inside oil swap bays. Someone has a phone charger. We have that. An unopened sack of lunch containing chips and a bologna sandwich. Tap, tap, tap. We have this only half filled. We have Star Shield. Looks like you can nightly mission, quick strike, your high score, buy more star tokens. Let's read from the bottom up. Happy super belated birthday. Sorry I forgot. No worries. Thanks. Anything you'd like, star tokens, you're the boss. Mom, try to get him to do some homework instead of just playing that stupid game. It's not a stupid game, but I will. Well, he's too distracted to focus on anything else, so I'll call it stupid. Thomas Klein, I need you to train more. I think I feel a cold coming on. Maybe I'll stay home and train tomorrow. Break time, shield time. I'm still at 7,000. Okay, yeah. So he's talking to Thomas. Thomas called in sick so he could play a game. What did you finish with last night? 9,000. I got 9,100. Screenshot didn't happen. Got that screenshot yet. And then we have over here, I can't believe you both drink that stuff, man. A receipt for flowers from Groceries Galore. A half-empty tin of all natural breath mints. So we got a little bit of a Zen thing. Lotusing, a 10-day meditation streak. These do not have buttons. That would be cool if you could press that and just have it play. We've got My Boo. All right, Boss Man. Thomas is sick. Can you cover a shift tomorrow? Sure, thanks a bunch. So I think that this is Joe Plume. Jerry G, I heard that only eating apples is the way to go, man. Have you tried it? No, I will after this cleanse I'm on. Not sure it's working. Let me know how you like it. I might try it. Have a good day. Text me on your break. Will do. Finally on break. Still at that party. Might be late for my appointment. Uh-oh. I thought that was supposed to be over quick. Okay, so I believe... Do we have... something I missed on his phone? Got the call log. And this. Okay, yeah, it's done. Alright, so with here, let's go back real quick. Now that we've met our cast of characters. What is... So we've got 3 people, but we know Thomas Klein is replaced with... Joe, I think we said was Joe Plume. So this is Joe Plume. Bay 3 is Joe Longford. And this one is Joe Baker. Okay, so we can go back here. We can see that. Okay, so if we have corn can, greasy jacket, which is probably actually doing his work, we come over here and we can figure this out. So this was based off of the clipboard. We do have all 38. That's Max Stoop. Let's alphabetize it. We have here Bobert Gup. Now we can kind of cheese this one because all 3 of these guys happen to be named Joe. And we know that this guy is Plume. The guy that was obsessed with cans, this I believe was Longford. And Joe Baker. Now, who is who? We have on here, Joe Baker was in here. Again, we can just have Joe and we'll put Joe Longford because he yeah, because Joe Longford in Bay 3, that was, he had the one that was the fully charged phone. So one of them, we can just say Joe, performed the, based off of the car, it was an oil, I call it change. I think they refer to it as an oil swap on Max Stoop. Now he had... We come back over here. He had the PMW. But he was... Okay, we've got pronoun game, which I refer to the pronoun game as when you're just like, he said, she said this, and you have so many characters in the sentence that you can't place the character. If like you've got 4 or more he's in the story and you just said he said this, who's he? That's what I refer to as the pronoun game. But he was probably, all these guys have been distracted on their phone. And yeah, if you've ever had this, we have the oil cap. He would have forgot, because the only 2 words I've got is forgotten, tried. So we have Max Stoop was in Bay 3. So if we look at Bay 3, which was Joe Longford, which is this guy, we can pull into here, and he's the one that had this soulmate streak thing going on. So he was worried about his soulmate streak, and then this was Longford. Joe Longford, who was assigned Max's PMW, was too busy keeping his soulmate streak with his girlfriend Emily to remember to put the oil cap back on, resulting in an oily mess when Max drove away. Not as bad as my mom went to a place and they forgot to put oil in after the oil change. Well, they at least paid for the new engine that had to go in. All right, who's who? Make sure to check cell phones for identification clues. 1 person's first name is on his wallet. 2 people are wearing name tags. Maybe the schedule clipboard has some clues. It looks like someone called out of work today. Who else could have taken his place? Look in each oil swap bay for clues that suggest who worked where. For example, the employee in Bay 1 was drinking corn cola. To figure out the last name of the car owner, start by using the oil filter chart to determine which type of car he owns to narrow down which bay serviced his car. According to 2 cell phones, the man eating the salad must be Joe Plume. Who worked where? Look for clues in each bay. For example, the person in Bay 1 was drinking corn cola. Maybe the schedule clipboard has some clues too. Someone called out of work though, so who took over his shift? There's a phone charger inside Bay 3. Does anyone have a full phone battery? What happened? Why is there an oil cap inside Bay 3? Someone was charging their cell phone in Bay 3. Why might they have done that? Look for the person with a full phone battery. What might they have been doing on their phone? Make sure you check all the apps on the cell phones. The 3 phones in the break room have more than just text messages to look at. All right. Investigation number 4. Makeup Mavens. All right, we've got... I don't know why I'm pulling up the trash first. Torn name tags. Elodrone for Tink Carolyn may cause marked drowsiness, forgetfulness, sleep disturbance, or death. Those are quite a ways. So yeah, so we're gonna remember that that's in there, because I honestly can't spell medications. We've got this now. What I recommend doing for whenever you have a book like this is take a screenshot with this. Specifically if you're playing with Steam, just take a screenshot of it and then pull it up on your screenshot tab rather than typing all this out. So yeah, so we have Minute Makeover sales data. Are you ready to become a boss babe? All you have to do is follow these simple steps and you'll be on your way to owning your very own business. We have multi-level marketing in here. Step 1, purchase the Minute Makeover Boss Babe Executive Starter Kit for the low investment price of $3,000 because you're worth it. Step 2, host as many Minute Makeover parties as possible as quickly as possible. Minute Makeover is all about serving the busy babes in your area and competition is fierce. Follow the party schedule. Step 3, create the most expensive Minute Makeover Babe kits for each guest at your party. Research shows that spending more money makes a product seem better. Step 4, recruit literally everyone you know into the Minute Makeover Boss Babe Sisterhood. The product brought by your downline counts toward your total in the sisterhood ranks. You go, girl. Pyramid schemes. Step 5. Keep buying, which, by the way, pyramid schemes, the only people that actually make money are the people at the very, very top who get all that filtration in. And if you're having to buy into something, yeah, insert whole thing on multi-level marketing. Step 5, keep buying Minute Makeover Boss Babe executive product kits to restock and keep up with the other boss babes in the sisterhood. All right, so we have Queen, Princess, Mama, Big Sis, Little Sis, and Baby Boss Babes. So you have $100,000, $50,000, 24, 16, 6, and 3 respectively. It's your fault if these steps don't result in recouped costs. You own the product you purchase from us. Minute Makeover multi-level marketing is 100% legal activity. Yeah, if you have to use that in your advertising, this is completely legal. That sounds sketch. Amount spent resets each month. Parties. Party schedule. Minute Makeover parties are all about speed. Your guests are busy babes, and research shows they must buy more when artificially rushed. You must keep your party at 50 minutes or less. I do like the fact that this kind of feels like it's spoofing on, and it's really subtly digging at MLMs. Follow the party schedule. Snack time 10 minutes. Eat snacks while waiting for all guests to arrive. Plot twist when someone arrives 30 minutes late. Quiz time 5 minutes. Have each guest fill out a babe quiz kit. Sample time 20 minutes. Let your guests go wild with the samples provided in your executive kit while you go somewhere private to create their babe kits. It's very important to keep them hidden for maximum hype. Meltdown time 5 minutes. Return to your guests for the 5-minute price meltdown, in which one sample product of their choice is 50% off for 5 minutes only. Selfie time 10 minutes. Retrieve the babe kits and have each guest take selfies with their kit, then offer them exclusive opportunities to become a Minute Makeover Boss Babe using the following script. Do you need extra money but only want to work when you feel like it, and also want to feel like you're part of something bigger, like a sisterhood? I feel you, sister. That's why I became a Minute Makeover Boss Babe, and you can too. Boredom equals failure. If your party lasts longer than 50 minutes, research shows that busy babes get bored and sales and recruitment plummet. General tip, remember that you have invested at least $3,000. Wow! Our research shows that debt awareness motivates boss babes to do whatever it takes to stay in the sisterhood. You've got this, girl. Wow. If that doesn't just scream, don't do this. Kits. Minute Makeover Babe Kit Instruction Guide. Use the quiz to make kits containing one lipstick, eyeshadow, shirt, and pair of leggings. Don't forget name tags for each bag. So we have lipstick, plum pump, pouty lips, rowdy red, nearly nude, gapy gal. Eyeshadow, skinny tones, on the town, country colors, Tokyo tints, beachy beiges, sunset set, babe in Paris. And these ones that have an asterisk are limited editions. Shirts, saucy stripes, golden stars, black beauty, palm trees, sunshine, polka dots. Leggings, slimming stripes, basic black, tortilla snack, ocean waves, clouds, and polka dots. So we have some names. Lulu Wallace likes the color purple. Everyone likes the color purple. We've got 3 purples here. Ideal lifestyle, beach bum, budget $60 to $100. No black. Fifi's hair shows so bad. Okay, so we got Fifi, a pet of some kind. Britt Dockery likes purple. Bustling city. I don't put a price on style. I love limited editions. Bethany Nims, purple. Beach bums, $60 to $100. Nothing yellow. Mel Everly, favorite color is yellow. Globetrotter, I don't put a price on style, looking for something slimming. Okay, so that is a lot of information. We have this. So we've got 4 different sets here with different match outs. Actually, this one's, I think, my favorite of them. But part of that's because I'm still haven't fully gotten over my vacation to Hawaii yet. That was just, sometimes I feel like I'm still on island time. It's taking me forever to redo this. I was so sure I put tags on. So she's got a tablet. We have Fast and Fab info. Not sure if you're ready to become a boss babe. Find out why Fast and Fab is the business for you. Most businesses could cost $100,000 to begin. That's for like franchise license. But Fast and Fab only costs $4,000 to start. You're an entrepreneur. Fast and Fab is all about serving busy babes like you. When you're not working from your phone, you'll be hosting Fast and Fab parties, famous for lasting only 50 minutes or less. You are the boss. Express your creativity by selling personalized and luxurious Fast and Fab babe kits to all your friends, relatives, and distant acquaintances. You are amazing. It's not just about money, it's also about the Fast and Fab family, sharing this amazing gift by owning your own business with those same friends, relatives, and distant acquaintances by getting them to sign up and join the Fast and Fab family. We love you. It's 100% legal activity. Yeah. fastandfab.biz/I need money. Rochelle, welcome to the sisterhood. Oh my god, thank you so much. I just signed up. Can't wait to get my kit. Hey girl, if you sign up today, I'll cover 500 of your executive kit. You have to sign up today though. Don't miss this opportunity. That's that pressure, that high pressure. You got to do it now. I know she's your friend, but you said it yourself. You like your babe kit from my party better than the one from hers. It's so much easier to sell something you actually like. Trust me, she'll get over it. This is just business. Britt, Dame Dockery, Carolyn, hey, sorry to keep changing my mind, but I signed up with Minute Makeover today. But thank you for your offer to mentor me through Fast and Fab. Now we're both boss babes. Trust me, girl, Fast Fab is amazing. Can't wait to mentor you in the fam. Just use my link to join. Fastandfab.biz, join us. DLB Dockery. She almost sold me on Minute Makeover, but I don't know. Fast and Fab sounds pretty great too. Almost the same. Maybe it would be easier to get started with your help though. You have to join the fam, girl. Check out the info I sent you. Let's read this backwards because reading it down, I'm reading it in reverse. I'm trying to decide between Fast and Fab and Minute Makeover. They really sound too good to be true, but Britt does it, so I think it's real. What do you think? I forwarded you the info about them. While they do seem too good to be true, because they are, I would go with whichever one is cheaper to join. Also, how is that new med bin? Awful, makes me so forgetful. I'd be done with it in 5 days though. By the way, she gave me a big discount, so I picked Minute Makeover. Can't wait to add some extra cash to our budget. Yay. Yeah, so here she's signing up. It's a little, for me, this is a little confusing because they keep talking about Fast and Fab, but she signed up for Minute Makeover, which I believe is this one. Yeah. So that is all of her stuff. So that we still have some more to get. Let's go ahead, but all of these are... We don't have any more diamonds on the screen. Okay, so we've got this. Motion detector report. Okay, so we've got reports of people going up, down. So who went up and who went down and when? So we've also got, we could match them with leggings. Okay, so we've got here a coffee table covered in Minute Makeover sample products. A salivating dog looking at a snack plate. Its collar says Fifi. All right, so we have tap, tap, tap. And Beach. Star Shield. We have Louie. No one even cares if I play at my desk anymore. Lol, the whole office is addicted. Luckily, I've got that party to go to and then work. So no playtime for me. So boring. Oh, you poor thing. I don't know how you do it. Me neither. You know, I can barely make it in a couple of hours without playing. Me neither. It's kind of embarrassing the lengths I'll go in order to play it. We should delete the game. Yeah, you first. And her battery's almost dead. All right, Jan, I thought this was a Minute Makeover. I'm sure she's trying her best. How much longer do we have to wait? A silver watch that reads 1 o'clock. All right, we have Glam Glam Groom and Bee Balm. Someone's cell phone. A nice princess thing. I honestly think about quitting. Honestly, it's just not working out like I hope. Don't quit, Linz. You've got to put your work in the work to be successful. You got this. But I just keep losing money. I can't meet those stupid quotas. Have you tried reaching out to everyone? Your grandmother, your pastor's wife, the grocery store cashier? Okay, like literally if you were having to resort to going down to your grocery store's cashier, you probably want to rethink things. It could have been a win-win, but no, I'm about to lose my rank too. OMG girl, and she still wants you to come to her party? The nerve. At least scope out the LEs. Lol. I bet they're awful. Lol, for sure. Just can't believe she rejected me like that. Cut her out of your life. If not, if she doesn't support FNF, she's not worth it. Okay, that seems really sus. Blair, you really need to focus on your downline to be successful. I know, but there aren't many people left. My friend almost joined, but she bailed at the last minute. That sounds like an excuse. If you want to be an extra fab boss babe, you need to act like it. Hey, I haven't heard from you in a bit. I hope there aren't any hard feelings about Fast and Fab. I just ended up being more affordable to me. Sorry for the delayed response. It's all good, girl. We've just been busy hustling. I'll be at your party to support you. Glad to hear it. Yeah, it doesn't really sound very supportive. I guess we have another phone. Okay, here is, looks like this girl. So we have dad, yellow or white gold? White gold. Yellow is so outdated. She is kind of old-fashioned. Trust me, go with white gold. Mom will love it. Hey, I'll see you at my party tomorrow. Yeah, I'm coming. Awesome. Thanks a bunch. Is that a pyramid scheme? I hope not. My other friend hosted a party like it too. Fit and Fab, I think. Just don't sign up for anything. That's how they actually make money. How do you know this stuff? Some friends got wrapped up in it. Trust me, they're all the same. Facts. Have a great day at work. Text me on your break. Will do. Finally on break. Still at that party. Might be late for my appointment. Uh-oh, I thought that was supposed to be over quick. Yeah, so we've got that. So that's pulling in. I love how these stories are all so interrelated. That is just, it's a classic. Well, not classic. It's a very nice touch. Key fob for gentle gym, a center for relaxing exercise. We have Minute Maker. You're invited. Hey, busy babe. Join me for my first Minute Makeover party and get a babe kit just for you. Short on time? Don't worry. This fast and fun party takes less than an hour out of your busy schedule. 5/3 at 12 p.m. Caroline, please leave your shoes at the door and your phone in your purse until selfie time at the end. Got a nice flower. That's a nice yellow flower too. Bryant, hey, I almost forgot about this. Could you join us for the fitness retreat next weekend? I made it last year and felt so much better. Maybe. It'll be good for you, I promise. I'll check my schedule. Keep forgetting to go back. Hope you see you at the party tomorrow. I'll be there. Really looking forward to my babe kit. You're gonna love it. See you then. See ya. Mary Boarding. Yes, I need to book him in for September 1625. Of course, would you like an enhanced condo or a basic tree suite? He needs the enhanced, please. You're all set. Looking forward to seeing him again. And booking for you. Your reservation for September 16th to 25th has been confirmed by Sassy Safari. A list of recommended items to bring for maximum comfort on your exciting excursion has been sent via email. To make changes to your reservations, please call blah blah blah. To be removed for future updates, text stop. Okay, with that, I think the most important thing that we're going to get is... Was it on here? No. It was kits. It's this information right here. So that we have all the clues. Put them right here, and we can go through and try to discern who everyone is. So we know that this is probably Caroline. Of everyone else that we have, yeah, the one that did not like yellow we have as Bethany Nims. And then who else do we have? Yeah, and then I also recommend taking a picture of some of the stuff below. Okay, so for the rest of this, we're gonna have Lulu Wallace. We need Britt Dockery and Britt Dockery, Bustling City, love limited editions, don't put a price on style. And let's go back down. Okay, Mel Everly is wanting something slimming, which would mean I'm gonna go with the vertical stripe because that is something that's supposed to help you make you look thinner. So that is Mel Everly. All right, who gets what? So this goes down to things that they said on their kits. Lulu Wallace wanted no black, and they were a beach bum. So we can put Lulu Wallace down here. Britt Dockery loved anything that have limited editions. So you could look at this as to like what haul had limited editions. Let's try to look at it a different way though, because I think the better way to find that's going to be to like look through here. Mel Everly, nothing yellow, or no, loves yellow. Sorry, this one's the one that's got the most yellow. Someone had absolutely nothing yellow. So if we do that, and then the only person that's left is Britt Dockery. All right, so here we have, okay, we'll just compare. Carolyn Tink posted her first minute makeover. I do know my alphabet party in order to become a boss babe. Unfortunately, Britt Dockery felt very slighted. And this goes back to the first thing because the name tags were removed. So we're going to have removed name tags during. Come back over here. When would she have the best opportunity to do that? That's going to be there's a camera. So we could go down and analyze the camera. Which we would know when, like right here, when was everything supposed to be? So we had, I presume this is Carolyn goes up, she comes back down, and she goes back up. So that would be, we would have the schedule, Someone went up. I imagine maybe Bethany over here and down. 3 minutes. We've got some stripe, the diagonal stripe here. So I think that's Lulu went up and came back down. It's 4 minutes. And then we had, I think this is Carolyn comes back down. We don't really see Carolyn's pants unless you're talking about but we do see 1 minute where it looks like Britt does go back up. So when was that? So if the party starts, it's basically like almost 40 minutes in. So yeah, so you have 10 minutes, 15, 35. It would have to be during meltdown time. Why is every game a hidden math game? Because her motive, Caroline rejected her offer. She's fixing to lose her status. This ended up, it delays the party, which made Caroline's party boring. What befell Caroline? Caroline Tinkat was invited to join Fast and Fab by her friend Britt Dockery, who was desperate to keep her rank in the company. However, Caroline joined Minute Makeover instead, so Britt sabotaged Caroline's party to get even. Okay, first off, not a good friend. Get better friends. Second, get better friends. Second, really just don't join multi-level marketing. The odds of you actually making it are not as likely. All right, who's who? Cell phones, tablets, and purses are a great way to get a feel for a person's identity. Study everyone's preferences on their babe kit quizzes. The owner of the dog is a good place to start. The dog's owner probably wouldn't have a black purse. The ladies wearing yellow cannot be Bethany Nims. Only one purse doesn't have a phone in it. Who's using their phone, and what does their phone background tell you? Figuring out who gets which panel can help you identify each lady in the living room. The dog is not sitting next to its owner. Fifi's owner is currently using her phone. You can find her name in the Babe Kit quizzes. One cell phone shows its owner in the background. Based on her text messages, she probably doesn't like yellow. Who gets which? Study everyone's preferences in their Babe Kit quizzes. Remember, the Babe Kits should always be filled with the most expensive products in their budget. Only one kit doesn't contain anything yellow. Black Beauty, a limited edition, is named after a classic story about a black horse. What happened? There's something odd in the bathroom trash can. The tablet and notebook upstairs can give some clues about what's in the trash can. A certain cell phone gives clues about a possible motive. The security footage shows someone went upstairs during an interesting part of the party. Why might she have done that? While Caroline was downstairs away from the babe kits, someone went upstairs, compare the leggings of the ladies in the footage to the ladies in the living room, and discover who it was. All right, now we have investigation number 5, a bake-off gone wild. 5th annual Mapleton Country Club bake-off. You promised. It's not usually like that, I swear. Professional DSLR camera. And then we have several cakes here. In the meadow we meet, made with sweet buttercream vanilla cake and raspberry ganache. Abracadabra, made with cream cheese, icing, red velvet cake, passion fruit ganache, and vanilla fondant. Polka dots and cream made with sweet buttercream, strawberry cake, and sea salt caramel filling. Up in the clouds made with blueberry buttercream, confetti cake, and vanilla fondant. I'm probably mispronouncing things. I apologize. Oopsie cone made with mint buttercream, chocolate cake, and graham cracker crumble. All right, so we've got several things going on. Come on, you can't blame her. How dare you? How dare you? We also have the three award podiums of varying heights. Ladies, please. An opened tin of all-natural mints. We have some cards here, which have Helena, Belinda, Emma, Lynette, and Gail. So we have Helena is delicious, Belinda is nice, Emma's amazing, Lynette's too salty, and Gail is too sweet. So we can probably use this to determine what it is. So if you take these pictures back, to here, and we look at this one, any of these, well, this is sea salt. Was that? Yeah, so we could say like this one is Lynette's. So sweet. We're looking at, we have Gail's, Emma's. So yeah, we'll we're gonna come back over here. So oopsie cone made with mint, buttercream, chocolate cake. Yeah, we'll figure this out. Let's come back in here. Now we have first annual Bake Off. Mapleton Country Club hosts Famous Chef by Robbie Robinson. The Mapleton Country Club was honored to host the famous baker Chef Jean Rouge as the judge for the first annual Bake Off event. Chef Rouge is a legend in the baking community, said Mr. Edwin Lane, the owner of the club. My wife has always been a fan of his show, That's a Cake. So we knew we had to have him as a judge. Chef Rouge is most known for his illusion cakes, which look like something other than your usual cake. But he is also sought after for creative takes on wedding cakes. I expect great things from the bakers of the club. Creativity, taste, and appearance are the keys. So we have first, Ms. Tang, would you like fries with that? Second, Ms. Lane, a gift for you. Third, Ms. Doogie, binding for you. Fourth, Ms. Tang, spring has sprung. Fifth, Ms. Gup, cheesecake. Relatable. That is like so how I think I would actually make something. Second annual Bake Off. First, Ms. Tang, trick or treat. Second, Ms. Lane, movie night. Third, Ms. Doogie, the Primrose Promise. Fourth, Ms. Bailey, birthday girl. Fifth, Ms. Gup, rainbow in the sky. To have him return another fine year of entries, the famous chef remarked, but it was immediately clear to me who would be getting first prize. Each year, the top three winners receive probably wooden spoons. Third annual Break Off. First, Ms. Lane, teacher's pet. Second, Ms. Tang, perfect harvest. Third, Ms. Doogie, roses and cream dream. Fourth, Ms. Bailey, melting the ice caps. Fifth, Ms. Gup, feeling froggy. Was so close, but she earned the whisk this year. Chef Rouge laughed, enjoying another bite of apple cake. If Karen had added a worm too, I might have had a break to break the coveted spoon, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so this is probably Karen Lane, I think. No. Karen had added a worm to or Tang. I don't think Karen's one of the names. I don't know why he's talking about Karen. All right, year 4. Fourth annual Bake Off. First, Miss Tang, All Hail the Queen. We got chess pieces. Second, Ms. Lane, Summer Delight. Third, Miss Dewey, Midnight Blooms and Bliss. Fourth, Miss Bailey, Here Comes the Bride. Fifth, Miss Gup, Something Blue. Wedding cakes were all the rage this year, and a bit of a toss-up when it came to awarding the spoon. I love to see bakers take new risks, but ultimately it came down to overall appearance. The famous chef explained, all straighter and we'd have, or a little straighter and we'd have. Someone's phone. Bryant, can you feel pressured, but can I call you? I just want to apologize. I've changed now. I promise. I flushed my bait. I even sold my rods. So can I? Yes, you can pay via check, cash, or our convenient app, Cash Strong and Courage. Okay, good enough. Thanks. You're welcome, Miss Tibbert. It's just a mess. I'm sorry. I'll remember that. I've actually made a friend already at the country club. But that's nice. Your friendship is important. Yeah, I'll just focus on that for a while. I think that's for the best. Just stay strong and take care, honey. Thanks, Mom. Lynette, yes, I'm settled in. Not sure about going tomorrow. I don't need any more excitement. It's really low key, I promise. I don't have to take my photo taken, do I? I hate photos. Of course not. Okay, so Lynette. Yeah, so it looks like Lynette is the person that's taking the camera. And that was... Hold on. Was that in here? Yeah, Lynette. Tibbard. So yeah, so I think then the person that's running last name is Tibbard. This person is Jean Rouge. And the person that we've seen, we're still collecting names because I don't have everyone. All right, so we have Britt. The country club would be the perfect place for a Fast and Fab party. I don't know. We've had quite a few parties there recently. Not like Fast and Fab, I swear. It's all about the ladies. We're focused on the bake-off right now. I'll follow up with you after. I just watched him on TV last night. He made a cake that looked like a can of corn cola. Yeah, he's good. Why would anyone want to eat a cake that looked like that? It's just to demonstrate his skills. I don't think anyone eats those. Wasteful. Back in my day, cake was made for eating. Julio, she's not even going to be there? No, I'm super bummed. It'll be too easy without her. Unfortunately, her daughter is getting married out of state. Doesn't her daughter usually compete too? No, she never came back after the first. It just wasn't her thing. Gotcha. Okay, so someone's daughter never came back. Anything I could do to help with the prep, sweetie? No, it's just too bad this year. Just make me proud. Don't I always? Of course. Okay, we got all of that. We have here Brobert Personal. I made reservations for tomorrow at 7. Ooh, I can't wait. What about the sitter? She confirmed available until 11. Perfect. A night of bliss. Helena, yes, I'm selling and not sure about getting tomorrow. I don't need more excited. It's low key. I promise. I don't have my photo. I hate having my photo taken. So that tells us that that is Helena. Please, I could really use the work. Well, we do have a gig for next week around 8 p.m. Perfect. We'll need shots of absolutely everyone there, so don't let anyone slip out. I won't. Thank you. Did you remember to turn the slow cooker on? I think so, Robert. Sorry, all I can think about is getting ready for this corporate visit. Poor thing. I'll get the dog walker to check out. Okay, so that's Brobert from the place, and their last name was Gup. Still got a couple more. Dear B, France is amazing this time of year, and we're having a blast. You and the hubby simply have to come with us next time. I thought of you when I visited a little bakery by our hotel. They had a cookbook by that hunk Jean Rouge. Oh la la. He needs to hurry up and give you a prize already, or else you're gonna have to start a fight. Lol. Seriously though, you've improved so much. You deserve it. Good luck, Rosie. P.S. Don't forget our bet. If you win first place, you have to kiss him on the cheek. And we got this one. May 2nd. It's almost here. Waiting to see Jean again is such a torture. Ever since that first year when he gave me my prize, I just can't believe I own things that he touched. They even smelled like his cologne for a few months. Now I live for my next each year. His eyes on me, the way he praises my cakes, our hands sometimes touching when he hands me my prize. I simply couldn't bear it if he rejected me. That's why I've stuck to my tried and true cake style. I don't want to risk my moment with him. Speaking of which, I've overheard one of my lessers joke about kissing him if she won first. I didn't let it get to me because she has no chance of winning first. But the thought alone of having to watch that made me feel sick. I know everyone has a crush on him too, who wouldn't, but still, I'd probably run away crying. Anyway, tomorrow I'll add another of his sweet, sweet prizes to my collection. His cologne has long since faded from last year's, and my desperation is growing. That sounds absolutely creepy and like stalkerish. Just saying. Okay, so do we have... We're still missing one. Oh, here we go. How dare you? Half of a very nice wooden spoon. Okay, well, there's... Come on, you can't blame her. I thought I already did this one. How dare you? Oh. A very nice wooden spatula. Very nice wooden spoon. Okay, we do have all of them now. So let's see if we can't place some of these. Okay, so if we have Lynette, that's Gup. And it does deal with, in part with this. So I highly recommend taking screenshots of this one. But we can see Tang won the first, and now we have one where Tang got Ms. Tang got second. Okay, so year one. All right, so we have Bailey. So we do have that. This is the person that we're actually talking about, and I believe her name is Belinda, which means that we've got 2 names left from the initial set. Was Gail and Emma. And okay, so that is all those. And then we've got to match these 5 bakers to their ones. So with this, some of this, what I did was I was going through and looking, like, here's Lane has something that's kind of a little decorative each time. And if you notice, Doogie has the basically a tiered cake. So we'll do here. I'm gonna guess, yeah, Lane has, so we have Emma, Lane. Now Bailey hasn't been, well, Bailey did this one. And she's starting to do tier, and she's doing more of the things. So I'm going to say Belinda, Bailey, and that leaves over here with Helena Tibbard. Okay, so we're looking at like who is absolutely obsessed. So over here, when we look at in here, who is who? So we have yeah, so it's basically we have Gail. I don't know why I'm going down there. Tried to take Belinda Bailey's spoon because her, yeah, she is seriously causing yeah, because she's obsessed with this guy, and he actually rejected her because what place did she get? Yeah, third. Yeah, she got third. She's consistently only gotten third. Causing the ladies to fight and break the spoon. So, yeah, so where is third? So she would have had to gotten, because if Belinda got third or something, she's been consistently getting third. Yeah, Belinda lately worked hard over the years to improve her cake making game and finally won a prize. Unfortunately, that meant Gail Doogie, who lives for her prize each year, would have to go without one. So Gail tried to take the spoon, causing it to break into two. Like I said, that is like serious issues here. Who's who? Start by cross-referencing the judging cards and the scrapbook. A few bakers are married. A cell phone lets you know someone who usually competes did not enter the bake-off this year. It looks like someone who had entered for the first time this year. Perhaps there are similarities between this year's cakes and the cakes from the past. A photographer is credited in the scrapbook and someone has a camera. Pay attention to which prize certain people are holding. These people ought to have the highest scores on their judging cards. A letter suggests that Belinda has improved her baking skills over the year and not won a prize before. The owner of the black phone is married to the country club owner and seems confident about her baking skills. The journal owner has consistently won a prize in the past but likes to play it safe. She probably doesn't make the most extravagant cakes. Every baker's last name can be found in the scrapbook except for one lady. Her last name can be found in her phone. The spoon is not the first place prize. According to the scrapbook, the lady with the spatula usually wins first or second place. The lady with the whisk has never competed before. Who baked which? Compare the judging scorecards to the cakes on display. Perhaps there are similarities between this year's cakes and the cakes from the past. Pay attention to which prize certain people are holding. The scrapbook will help you determine which wooden prize corresponds with first, second, and third place. Year 3, first and second place almost tied. Year 4 there was close competition for the spoon. The journal owner has consistently won a prize in the past but likes to play it safe. Jean Rouge seems to really like illusion cakes. First and second place probably went to Abracadabra and Oopsie Cone. What happened? It looks like there was a fight over a certain prize. It seems like someone is a sore loser. A type of passion may have motivated this incident. A kiss is only supposed to happen if a certain person won first. Did she win first? The journal owner seems desperate for her prize. Maybe she didn't get one this year. Ms. Doogie won third place in all 4 previous bake-offs, but this year she came in 4th. Okay, now we have investigation number 6, middle school melodrama. There is so much drama going on here, I swear. All right, so what is up with you? How sob? Why sob so soon? So I have given a copy of this and swear up to uphold it. We have Ash, Tink, and someone Baker. Okay. It's gonna be okay, I promise. A few sheets of thin toilet paper, a hot pink gel pen, backpack containing a jacket and notebooks. Nothing else. All right, in here we have a calendar. A garden club meets every Thursday. And then we have some lockers. Eco palette. We have orphan script, mostly empty backpack containing a blank notebook. Hey girl, heard the great news. Congrats. I knew you'd get it because you're so talented. Actually have a little news of my own. Guess who asked me out? Yep, him. I kind of thought he might after you told me he was single again. He's been flirting with me all semester in Ms. Gladstone's class, but you never can be sure with boys. Anyways, just wanted to tell someone with some. So that's going to kind of be the clue here. Oh my god, it's so boring in here. I finally saw the last episode of Stinky Sisters. Also super boring. I feel like Sarah becoming Paul's girlfriend was really dumb. Like, what was the whole season for? And the way that Cindy confronted Bradwin, I'm not going to watch the next season. Anyway, what else is there to write about? I still can't believe A got dumped at my club. I feel so bad for her. This class is so boring. Gonna go to the bathroom and waste time. Lol. Okay. We have another sign. Dear BFF, I just wanted to say thank you for all your support lately. Your homework was a lifesaver. I just couldn't concentrate on math this week. I just never saw it coming because he said he loved me, you know? I know it's only been a few days, but it still hurts really bad. I keep tearing up in class. The schedule is helping though. So thanks for putting that together. It's a little confusing sometimes, but I haven't had to see him, so it's worth it. Probably would be easier to follow if I wore a watch. Haha. Anyways, you're the best, BFF. We have an empty green backpack. Hey! Hope you didn't feel ignored last night. My little cousin was playing with it and didn't tell me it rang. The whole crew was over because my big bro was being honored by his troop. I forgot which badge he got. Haha. Well, the teacher is looking at me, so I guess I'll end it here. Just wanted to make sure we were cool. TTLY. I remember when we used to pass notes. All right, we've got Peanut. Last name Smythe. Just got 4 apples, 5 pears, and 1 banana. Her friend Jose had 3 apples, 6 pears, and 2 bananas. If they each gave each other 4 pieces of fruit, who will have an odd number of fruit? Imagine a scenario in which a train is racing along 100 miles up a hill, the 1,000 miles it travels. Okay. Okay, I know I say and I joke about hidden math games. Okay, 4 and 5 pairs is 9. Her friend Jose has 3 apples, 6 pears, and 2 bananas. That's 3, 6. Three, 6, and 2. So that is... That is math. That's what that is. That's 11. If they each give each other 4 pieces of fruit, who will have an odd number of fruit? Well, okay. So honestly, if they give each other 4 pieces of fruit, then it really cancels it out because they're both losing 4 pieces of fruit and adding 4 pieces of fruit. So technically they both have odd numbers because it's 9 and 11. However, technically Jose has 2 bananas, and bananas are technically an herb, which means that he only has that his fruit is 3 apples and 6 pears, which is also 9, which is also odd. So both of them, no matter how you cut it, are going to have odd because they're just basically going to have 9 pieces of fruit. They give each other 4 pieces, which means they go from 9 to 5 and back up to 9. So both of them, that's a stupid math question. Okay, dear Kay, I was really glad you were there when it happened. I don't know, I could have coped alone. Not that I'm coping that good now, but still, you're a really good friend. I don't know if I'd be back in the club, though. Too humiliating, just wanted to let you know. Hey girl, guess who's with the Daddy Carbucks now? Me. Don't tell him I'm this excited, but I'm so excited. He asked me yesterday. It was super cute. I've been wanting to gush about it, but didn't want to hurt A. We agreed to just act normal around her for now, but I couldn't resist telling you. Please don't tell her yet. I'll tell her when the time is right. Ms. Daddy Carbucks. That is so cringe. That is absolute cringe. A. Garcia, my hero. My mom, Sandra, is my hero. When I'm sad, she's there to make me feel better. Every morning she packs me a lunch and every night she cooks dinner or she orders from our favorite restaurants. On my birthday, she buys me a special present or takes me to do something special. She also taught me to prioritize studying. One time, I broke a very special piece of china that my mom had given her. We've got some wings and hearts, and then BB at the bottom. Garcia Gal. Okay, first things first, I got the part. I'm so nervous, but I'm glad I went for it. Second, y'all are so cute. Y'all are for real meant to be together. So glad it finally happened. Third, my brother got a puppy for his birthday. It's so cute. I can't wait to show it to you when you come over next week. Posh pal. All right. 105. God, all these notes. I'm saying like I didn't do all this back when I was like, but this was like elementary school. Of course, granted, that was a while back. We're not going to discuss that. That's your new name. It's official. Hope you like it. So, I know you said that 4 would work better today, but it really has to be an hour early because my mom is picking me up to go shopping. Hey, don't tell on me. That time worked fine yesterday. Anyway, don't be late. I need to see your face. Your angel. Hey, Benny. Sorry if it wasn't clear. I try to make it as simple as possible. You're always even for lockers, but otherwise it alternates just to be fair and work with your classes, Molly. Hey, dude, no judgment here, man. You do you. It'll blow over by next week, probably, but I'll keep it on the DL. I've got a new girlfriend too, haha. I bet you can guess who she is. I played it really cool, even though I was sweating so bad, and asked her out yesterday. Then I almost blew it because I missed her call, but it's all good. Philly cheese. P.S. What's your Star Shield score? An empty backpack with a Star Shield pin on the front pocket. That's one thing I like about this game. Again, so much lore. Everything is so interconnected. So here we have Molly Flu, my love, photo of a blonde boy. We have Kat. I totally understand we're going to miss you so much. Just know I'm always here for you if you need anything. I love my picture, by the way. Thank you so much. He's so adorable. Oh, I almost forgot. I talked to M and P at lunch, and they said 3, so I told them that works for us too. We're going to rock this project. See ya. To BFF from BFF. Dear BFF, don't even mention it. Just make sure you bring it to class on Monday. Lol. I think that's when it's due. I'm glad the schedule is working and he's sticking to it, even though it's not as simple as I thought it was. Sorry about that. I wish me and Lyle had one last year, but he never would have agreed to it because he's a huge jerk. Lol. Anyway, see you this afternoon. All right, so that all of the lockers. And we have to figure out who has which locker. All right, so let's go in here. Oh, that's the bathroom. We're gonna go back out here. We've got cafeteria, an algebra book. I wonder what that was all about. I'll ask Angela later. Biology for middle schoolers. Freshwater frogs. Freshwater frogs are very cool. They make new frogs by laying a whole lot of eggs in bodies of water. Adult frogs can go on land, but they have to avoid drying out, so they have to go back in the water sometimes. One time I met a frog out in, this is Blake Everly, so we can probably assume that this is Blake Everly. Oh, we've got this. We've got little Torup. So there was some event that happened here. Cafeteria. We've got volunteer, flyer for summer volunteer activities. Art club. Get in touch with your creative side. Join the Mapleton Middle Art Club. New members always welcome. Talk to Kimmy for more details. Wait a minute. You knew about this? It might have been mentioned. Okay, we've got biology book. Stinky cheese. So that's Phil Cheese. Hey, no worries. I was tired, so I went to bed early. Better not leave me hanging tonight. Well, Mr. Thomas is about to make us go run laps, so I gotta go. TTYL. I found your missing script. Walk me to my locker after the project meeting, and I'll give it to you with a heart. Okay, so that one of the lockers had this. What I am probably going to do is go in and do the thorough analysis, rereading it, because I'll have to go back and reread each one of them. So we have a computer game running, cipher game, pros and codes, because there was a locker that had a cheese picture on it. So Kaylee Posh is Fanny, Phil Briggs is Daddy Carbucks, Ash Tink as Miss Fannigan, Little Orphan Fanny. And this, well, it doesn't matter anymore, okay? You could have told me, you know. A backpack containing multicolored pens, a spiral notebook, and a pencil case. We do have all of the words. So this one's probably going to be the big thing. Yeah, so we've got all the words. We've got all this. Let's go ahead and alphabetize this. So this is Ashley Tink, or Ash Tink. And we're going to go through, I'm going to go through and analyze each one of the lockers for more hints, for those tips. But we went through and read every single thing that's in there. So we have Kimmy Smythe, Kaylee Posh, Molly Flo, Phil Biggs, Angela Garcia. She looks so happy. And then we have Benny Baker. All right. Lockers. So I have gone through and analyzed lockers. We have, and these are who I feel best meet the criteria that's in there. Molly Flo, hold on. Kimmy Smythe, Angela Garcia, Benny Baker, and Ash Tink. All right, so we have whole drama going down. So reading all the context clues, we have Benny Baker broke up with Ash, Tink. So Molly, Flo created a turf schedule so they could avoid seeing each other. And then we had so many days later, Benny broke the turf schedule by going to the spot at the odd hour. Unfortunately, Ash saw Benny there with Angela Garcia, his new girlfriend. So they have this that is, I don't remember seeing that. So you could see like one day later. No. Do I have, I don't think I have two. You just swap that out and you could just do 3. Ash was devastated when Benny broke up with her. Molly's turf schedule eased her pain for a few days, but Benny never told his new girlfriend Angela about the schedule. So when Angela wanted to meet at the spot during Ash's scheduled time, Benny went along with the plan, causing Ash and her friends to run into him. When Molly confronted them with the schedule, Benny tore it up. Okay. I'm sorry, but Ash, when someone breaks up, they're not owed. Like, at least he broke up before he started dating someone else. But it's middle school. You'll... All right. Why I didn't date in middle school. Didn't date in high school either. Too much drama. All right. The lockers are full of crucial clues. There's a poster somewhere with a few important names and hints. Someone might be wearing eyeshadow. Perhaps there are similarities between the notes in different lockers and backpacks. Ink color and handwritings are clues to the authors of certain notes. Figuring out who has which locker will help you identify most of the kids. Who has which locker? Start with those who have scripts for Little Orphan Fanny. The stars of this play are listed on the poster somewhere in the school. Which notes are not in certain lockers is just as important as which notes are. A bit of handwriting analysis might be in order. Not every locker contains a backpack, but not every student is wearing a backpack. A few lockers contain homework assignments with names on them, but one of these assignments is in someone else's locker. Only one locker belongs to a boy. What happened? The girl crying is clutching something very important. Torn pieces of paper torn pieces of paper somewhere hold important clues. Who is dating is critical. It seems that a breakup occurred. Study the notes in the lockers and club clues around the school to determine when it happened. It looks like someone didn't follow the turf schedule. It seems like the schedule was based around even and odd hours of the school day. It looks like Ash was dumped by Benny at the art club earlier in the week. It looks like Benny already has a new girlfriend. Now we get to find out what happened with, looks like their dog. Investigation number 7, Puppy's Day Out. So we have poop bag dispenser. So glad we clicked on that. A red and yellow squeaky ball. We've got several different things here. And if you don't drop it, you're going in timeout. A letter addressed to Ms. Perkins regarding admittance to a local vet tech program. A blue cotton rope. And we have several different dogs. You can already see some of these personalities. All right, let's go inside. We have, let's look at this. Got a green dumbbell, looks like a red something, and a bone. Little Bit has no food. Nugget has a full bowl. Teddy has an empty bowl. Sweetie Pie has a purple plushie that looks like it's been chewed. Honey Bun has a few pieces left. Sir Barks-a-Lot has nothing in the bowl. Big Boo has a beige plushie, a little beige plushie teddy bear with an empty bowl. And Shadow has a full bowl. It's 1 through 8. Come over here. We've got... So we've got Baby. And I took screenshots of all of these. Allergies, none. Food needs, PPS. Only comes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Favorite plushie, loves to dig, get dirty, and play fetch. Bear. No allergies. Food needs, DDF. Kennel needs, none. Loves to play tug of war and fetch. Will eat anything. Can be destructive when not supervised. Dot, none. Food needs, PM. Away from other barkers. Will bark incessantly once set off. Does not share toys well. Loves to play fetch. Messy eater. Duncan. Allergies, legumes. Chicken, pork, seasonal. Causes itching. PPS topper. Kennel needs, only comes in Tuesday and Thursday. Favorite plushie. Loves to play fetch. Will destroy toys. Very picky eater. Super sweet. Pee-wee. Chicken causes stomach issues. Food needs, OF. Comes on Monday and Friday. Away from other barkers. Will bark incessantly. Loves to tug and dig holes. Share toys well with others. Loves blue rope. Pockets. None. No allergies. Food needs, PPL. Should only have one neighbor, so we're gonna have to put them on the end. Severe separation anxiety. Loves to dig. Keeps to himself. Needs to be calm to eat. Allergies, salmon, eggs, red meat, all cause stomach issues. Food needs, PPS topper. Only comes on Wednesday and Thursday away from other barkers. Quirks, loves to get dirty, dig holes, and play tug of war. Blue rope is favorite, makes a mess when eating. Thule, none. Food needs, GK, should be next to twin brother. Loves to play tug of war and fetch. Loves to chew, messy eater. Thumper, chicken, beef, can cause stomach issues. Food needs, PPL topper. Shouldn't be next to Pee-wee. Loves to chew and tug. Rope. Red rope is favorite. Very picky eater. Doesn't share well. And Thurman. Chicken. Seasonal. Causes itching. Food needs, WDF. Should be next to twin sister. Favorite plushie. So it looks like Thule and Thurman are twins. Or probably litter mates. Loves to play with ball. Will eat anything in sight. Loves to get dirty. Can be destructive. Okay, so that's all of them. We have... thing here. Thursday, 8 a.m. Shadow, 12 p.m. Sweetie Pie Shadow, 4 p.m. Shadow, Friday, 8 a.m. Shadow. Posh pup rules. Pups must be naked due to previous incidents and to make the pups comfy. All collars and harnesses must be removed. That can also be a safety issue because dogs can get tangled up in their kennel. So that's why some people will, like, when they're home, they don't have their collar on. Which is why it's really good idea to microchip your pets, especially if they go out, because my dog if he gets out, I mean, he wears his collar, but if he gets out, he's microchipped, and his microchip even has like his medication schedule on it. So if someone finds him, they're gonna know he's more of a handful than they want to deal with. Palaces are not kennels. Posh pup palaces are only to be used at noon for mealtime and at 10 and 3 for nap time. Pups must get a nickname. We love our pups like they're our own. That's why we give each pup a unique and thoughtful nickname. So we've got here playful morsels, kibbles for playful pups, run free groovy kibbles with free range duck organic apples and chia seeds. Darling dog food, hearty food for your darling dog made from the finest rabbit, wild rice, eggs, and potatoes. Tasty topper, guaranteed to make even the pickiest pups gobble up any meal. Cheese flavor. And then we have Chillafran, canine only, give 1 tablet every 4 hours as needed for anxiety or nervousness. I wish prescriptions had names that were that simple. We also got Posh Pup's small gourmet meal. We have more Benechill. Give 1 tablet for meal for seasonal and food allergies. Benechill, it's in the refrigerator. I get it. Ocean fish, wild doggy food with boar, carrots, and peas. All natural, grain free. My dog has it's turkey and venison, I think. Don't forget to log medicine use. Note, report all signs of environmental and food allergies, redness, itching, vomiting, diarrhea to pup parents. Yeah, I am that dog mom too. Notify pup parents when food supply runs low. Posh Pup's gourmet menu, specially formulated with superb digestion and high quality nutrition. Exclusive large pup meal features salmon, carrots, whole grains, proprietary blend of vitamins and minerals. Exclusive small pup meal features chicken, green beans, ancient grains, proprietary blend of vitamins and minerals. I say I'm that pup parent dog parent because I am did he get his meds? Did he get this? And I'm double checking everything. All right, so we've got some messages. Yeah, but they're a good bunch. They get aggressive sometimes. Really, they all seem so nice. Make sure you pick up all the sticks in the afternoon and sweep the palaces out. I forgot once and it was awful. Why? What happened? You're not going to tell us? Sweet. Y'all need another employee. I switched my major again. Oh my God, stop. You're never going to get out of college. Don't want to join the real world. Just want to pet dogs. Relatable. The game is called Escaped, A Convict in Love. It's about a man on the run who's ready to settle down for 12 years alone in a cell. Is it good? Dude, that's why I'm telling you about it. Okay, I'll check it out this weekend. Sorry I had to leave early today when you were so new. I already assigned palaces and put their plushies inside, but you'll have to manage the rest. I think they call the kennels palaces. Don't worry about it. All the dogs are so good and sweet. You're a lifesaver, Lori. All right, so we've got a blue collar, a green collar named Baby. It's got a little bit of dirt on it. A yellow collar, yellow-orange collar, a green collar with a heart tag on it, a blue collar with some dirt on it, a purple collar with the letter D on the tag, a blue collar with the word thumper, and a purple collar that is partially chewed. Okay, so let's go back here and try to sort out who is everyone. All right, so we have from here Lori Perkins. Oh, we've got a ton of different dogs. Now these two look alike. These two look alike too. But I'm gonna go with these. So we have, and again, this is based off of all of their, so just like the lockers, I'm going through here and piecemealing back from basically the cards on the dogs. So we have Thurman, Pockets, dog is Thumper, and yeah, this one just looks like a bear. All right, then we have names. So here, this is going to go back into here. Who goes into which of these? So same thing. I'm going to be going back in there and just placing in who belongs to each one. The Big Boo is Baby Nugget, Thumper, and Shadow is, there you go. All right, so we have the story because this is all about Thumper. So we need to think about this. So if you get stuck on these, one of the things to think about is this is all about the Tink family, the Tink and extended family. So the main character in the story is going to be about Thumper. So what happens to Thumper? So Lori Perkins is a new employee, and she had to manage the posh pups. She had to do this solo, like brand new start. I can't imagine that. And on this last Thanksgiving, my dog's daycare, they had over 40 boarders, and man, that was rough. I took them some cookies, and if I had known how slammed they were, I would have ordered them like a couple pizzas or something. Okay, around noon, Lori, because if we do this, we have forgot to give we have Pockets and Thurman just doing it alphabetically. Their medicine. Then Lori forgot the topper for Thumper's food, and let Bear destroy the red rope, because that is like right here, which was Thumper's favorite. Yeah, so if we come back over here, we go to Thumper, loves to chew and tug. Red rope is favorite, very picky eater, doesn't share well. In the afternoon, Lori, now I don't blame Lori, because Lori should not be doing this all by herself, especially with like 8 dogs. Forgot to pick up sticks, leading to Thumper being aggressive towards Thule while Pockets escape. That is my biggest fear, is my dog getting out. Lori was totally overwhelmed running the daycare by herself. Not only did she let Thumper's favorite toy get destroyed, but she also forgot to put the topper on his lunch. Thumper was hangry and at his wit's end when Thule tried to take a stick, so Thumper got aggressive and had to go to timeout. It's never the dog's fault. The dogs are just being dogs and behaving like dogs. That being said, I do send my dog to timeout when he gets a little too much. Closely observe the behavior of the dogs in the yard and compare it to the info listed in the pup info portal. Compare the condition, size of the collars hanging up by the computer to the dog and quirks listed on the pup info portal. Compare the initials listed under food needs to the names of the food found in the fridge and the cabinets to determine what everyone eats. However, it looks like 2 dogs didn't eat their lunch. Who might that be? It looks like 1 dog is escaping. According to the portal and a certain medicine bottle, which dog might that be? Only 3 dogs in the portal are noted to be barkers. Did all 3 come to daycare today? The dog rolling in the puddle looks small and likes to get dirty. Is there a collar that matches this description? 2 dogs appear to be itching. What could cause itching? 2 dogs need medication. You can match their nicknames and their real names using the clipboard and the medicine bottles. Who has which palace? Perhaps certain dogs were given the nicknames for obvious reasons. Start with observing the size, mannerisms, and appearance of each dog. The pup info portal will give lots of clues about which dogs might be assigned to each palace. Only 2 palaces have plushies inside, and only 3 dogs in the pup info portal need plushies. Did all 3 dogs come to daycare today? It looks like 2 of the dogs didn't eat their lunch. Can you identify which food they were given? Sweetie Pie and Honey Bun sound like similar nicknames. Maybe they're related. So Barks a Lot probably barks a lot. The occupant of Palace 1 looks like a messy eater, and those kibbles look tiny. The occupant of Palace 5 looks like a messy eater, and those kibbles look big enough for a larger dog. The remains of the red rope lie between Palace 3 and number 4. Look for something red in the yard. What happened? Check the medicine log hanging on the wall. It looks like 2 dogs did not get their medicine later in the day. It looks like something was wrong with 1 dog's lunch. A fight has broken out over a certain object. A certain dog is making a break for it. It looks like the red toy was particularly destroyed in the palace's room. Where else are red pieces found? Next, we have investigation number 8, the Office Inquisition. Investigate. Best Boss of the Year, Donald Bailey. An engraved plaque for the Best Boss of the Year presented to Donald Bailey. I'm gonna guess presented by Donald Bailey to Donald Bailey. So we have your employee performance review, Raymond Wellington, employee number. We have different things. Never, sometimes, usually, always. Arrives on time every day. So how punctual are they? Communication communicates well with others, is dependable. So dependability. Works well with others. Okay. And work is of high quality. Performance review by Donald Bailey. So we get 5% for Raym Wellman. Max Stoop gets 7% despite having most usuals. Zoe Wiles, also 5%. Mickey James, also 5%. Claire Pugh has everything always 5%. Chris Wooler is 3%, the minimum. And Robin Walker, also 3%, but does not work well with others, apparently. Okay, so there's our staff, our employee reviews. Highly recommend taking screenshots of every single one of those. We have several different recordings. First off, let's look at this. The PC background has been crudely defaced using a program called PickPoint. Why would someone do this? Recording 1, 5/3/24, 2:05 p.m. You're sure there's no way to, technologically speaking, tell who did this? Afraid not. They were smart enough to not save it. That would have shown exactly when it was edited. And how do I know it wasn't you? Huh, Mr. Tech Expert? Anyone with basic computer knowledge would know that it literally could have been anyone in this office with 5 minutes to spare. Just tell me everything you saw during lunch today. I was trying to fix Chris's computer. It really needs to be replaced, by the way. Anyway, I couldn't hear because somebody likes to have loud speakerphone meetings with the door open. So I called it quits after 15 minutes. Then I honestly didn't pay attention to who was in the break room or what they were doing. I ate my lunch and went back to work on Chris's computer like 30 minutes later. Alone? No, Chris actually was with me for a few minutes, but then the phone was driving me nuts. We really need an answering machine. By the way, so Chris had to tell Claire it was ringing. Basically, right after she hung up, someone decided to chat at the water cooler, so I couldn't concentrate. Who was chatting? Only the same people I've reported over and over. Why weren't you wearing your earplugs? I can't wear earplugs when I'm on a web call. let's stay focused, all right? What else happened? Well, Chris came back around 2 p.m. and it sounded like the rest did too. Any idea who might have done it? Maybe your nephew wanted to play a little joke on you. Seems like something he would do. Recording number 2. 5/3/24, 2:15 p.m. It was suggested you might have done this as a joke. What? You know I would never do that. Well, I know you were upset when I fired. I mean, yeah, but that's just business. Trust me, I get it. And there are no hard feelings. Look, I didn't get back from that awful oil swap place until 1:30 p.m. Look, I got oil on my jacket. Remember from earlier? I think that was investigation number 2. Anyway, I remember an email I forgot to send, so I got to work on that. I sent it right before that new guy came to his desk. We chatted for a bit and then went to the break room together. Did you see anyone else there? No, not until Raymond and I went back to work like 10 minutes early. Robin was out there by himself, just saying. Okay, so you think Robin did this? I mean, I don't know it for a fact, but yeah, probably. He left the break room with Chris like 5 minutes before we did. Don't get me wrong, Chris was back before I left. I really don't think Chris is involved at all. Thanks, send the next person in. Recording number 3, 5/3/24, 2:25 p.m. Well, before I even left, I hopped on that call with Michael Smythe and it went on forever. You know how he likes to talk. It was 1:28 when the call ended. Trust me, I counted the minutes. Saw Claire at the water cooler, so we got to sit before heading to the break room. I think almost everyone was in there or showed up shortly after. Honestly, I didn't stay long. You know how awkward everyone gets when one of us is around. Anyway, I left with your nephew and we were shooting the breeze until it was time to get back to the old grind. Pretty sure you know who was out there somewhere. I could hear him sighing dramatically. Sorry, I can't be of more help. You didn't see anything during the meeting? A certain someone said your door was open. Oh yeah, I saw him popping his little head up over the cubicle every now and then glaring at me. I could always feel his stare. He eventually stormed off. Towards my office? No, towards the bathroom, I think. Anyway, I saw people pass by my office before and after that, but I really didn't pay close attention. Well, who do you think did it? I mean, where should I start after those performance reviews? No kidding. No, I'm kidding. You know, I don't think Chris has let that whole fridge incident go. Okay, send the next person in. Recording number 4. 5/3/24, 2:35 p.m. Just tell me everything that happened at lunch. Everything you noticed down to the last detail. Okay. No need to be nervous if you've got nothing to hide. Yeah, the 2 people that need lawyers. The people who did it and are trying to get off, and the people who need to prove that they're innocent. No need to be nervous if you have nothing to hide. So I was 5 minutes late to lunch, but I wasn't alone. Mickey was late too, so we walked to the bathroom together. 2 others were already in there, and Robin came in maybe 10 minutes later. Then a few minutes later, I had to go to the ladies' room, and then I had to go get something from my desk. Go on. I happened to check the time and it was 1:20 when I left, but I came back really quick. I was only gone 2 minutes, I swear. I didn't notice anybody else out there, and I didn't hear anything except for Mr. Wellington talking in his office, but I was in a hurry. Continue. So I passed Claire on the way back to the break room, and when I got there, I noticed Mickey was gone. Then I came back to the ladies' room. And a little while later, Claire came back with Mr. Wellington, and they had those little water cups. Then a little later, Mickey came out of the men's room. So I think he actually only left for the first time right after. And earlier, he was just in the men's room for a really long time. I don't need to know who went to the bathroom. I need to know who went into my office while I was gone. It wasn't me, I swear. Breaks down sobbing. You're free to go. Send in the next person in. Recording 5. 5/3/24, 2:45 p.m. I just want to say that I can't believe someone did this to you. I certainly would never do such a thing. That sounds exactly like the person who did it, what the person who did it would say. I certainly hope not. Now tell me everything about lunch. Okay, So I didn't leave my desk until I finished my current task. I just hate leaving work unfinished. The nice girl from accounting was heading to the break room at the same time I was, so we walked in together. A few of the others were already there. Sorry, I don't know everyone's names yet. So at one point, the front desk lady left because she heard the phone. Must be her sixth sense, right? Unfortunately, my burrito didn't really agree with me, so I eventually had to pop back to my desk for a little something to help me out. I think that was close to 1:35 p.m. The guy who works in, I think maybe he's related to you. I could hear him typing across from me. We walked back together a little before 1:40. I went back to work at 2 p.m. sharp with a few of the others. Anything else stand out? Did you notice anyone leaving or anyone else around the cubicles? The tech guy left close to the end of lunch hour, or was it earlier? Sorry, not sure. Oh, and the front desk lady left again after that because Chris came back. See, I do know some names. Yeah, Chris left at the same time as the tech guy. Oh, and the assistant manager left a little bit with your nephew. Yes, sorry, wasn't sure of the relation. Yeah, that's about all I know. Any guesses as to who could have done this? No, not at all. This is a great place to work and everyone is so nice. Glad to hear it. Send in the next one, will you? Recording number 6, 5/3/24, 2:55 p.m. Well, I was reading for most of lunch, but here's what I recall. Chris and I were the first to go at 1 p.m. Zoe and that new kid followed probably 5 minutes later. Let's see. And then I think Mr. No Noise Allowed sauntered in a bit later. Then I had to get the phone. It was a customer who kept me talking for a while, but Zoe must have crept out before that because I passed her on the way to the phone. Who knows what she was doing? Anyway, I saw Mr. Wellington come out of his office, so we went to the break room together a little before 1:30 p.m. I tried to get some reading in for a bit, but I had to answer the phone again. It was Doug Tonky about the new business card design. I only had 10 minutes of lunch left when I got back, so I just stuck my nose in a book and tuned everything else out. Did you see anything or anyone the second time you went to the phone? Yeah, Robin was huffing and puffing at Chris's desk. Any guesses on who does this? Seems like something a kid would do, don't you think? Maybe Robin or the new one, but also I wouldn't trust Zoe as far as I could throw her. I doubt she's as innocent as she seems. Okay, send the last person in, please. Recording number 7, 5/3/24, 3:05 p.m. I pretty much stayed in the break room all through lunch, minding my own business, so I really didn't see anything. You never left because I was told you did. It was literally 3 minutes. I had to get some meds from my desk real fast, but Robin kept me talking for a bit. We were together the whole time. What else happened? Well, the phone was ringing off the hook, but you know how Robin is, so I had to go tell Claire. Then we went to the bathroom, and you can leave out the bathroom details. I was only going to say that when I came out, Claire was back, but Max and Mr. Wellington were gone. And nothing happened before that? Before you went to your desk real fast? I mean, I think everyone went to their desk at some point, but I wasn't keeping a log. And who do you think did it? I mean, look, I don't want to start anything, but I did hear the new guy complaining about his starting pay the other day. Like, really complaining. Apparently, someone told him that they started at a higher rate years ago, even though they have similar experience. So that was a lot to get through. All right, let's go into the office. We have, I'm saying he had it coming. We have a disposable water cup. Are you saying you did it? Let's go in here. We have email. Be your own boss. It's been months since your last Be Your Own Boss seminar. Aren't you sick of taking orders? Aren't you tired of not being in charge? Don't let your ambitions be lowered. It's time to be the boss. Join us for the upcoming virtual seminar June 6th and supercharge your path to the top. Spots are limited, so book now for the discounted price of $5,000. Yes, that's right, $5,000 to learn how to be your own boss. The only person, I guarantee you, the only person that's making money is the people that are running the seminar. That's it. Michael Smythe, I just, will tomorrow at 12:30 work for you? I need to go over the specifics with you. Yes, tomorrow works for me. I know we just hung up, but I actually just remembered a few more questions, so let's set up another call tomorrow, same time. Claire, here. Hey Raymond, I was just wondering if we could check with Donald about the raise request I put in earlier this month. I'm finally house shopping and really need that extra 7%. He might be waiting till reviews on the 2nd, but I'll put in a word. You deserve it. Oh, whoops. I forgot about those. Thanks. I'm going to need you to work overtime again this week. All this legal stuff with Michael Smythe is dragging on and on. I probably won't make it until midday on Saturday, but I need you to be here at 8 a.m. sharp. Same for Sunday as well. By the way, the latest batch of complaints are on my desk, ready to be filed. I'll put my recommendations on them. Oh, we've got here. We've got post-it notes. Official employee complaint. We have Robin Walker, 4324. I have asked more than 10 separate times now for Raymond to shut his door when he's on speakerphone. I can still hear it at my desk and he refuses to stop, and I think he's doing it on purpose to bother me. This is harassment. I have complained about this over and over. I don't want more earplugs. More earplugs. That's not harassment. Relationship. Max and Melanie will not stop chatting across their cubicles. I cannot get any work done because of this. Please tell them to stop. This is completely untenable work environment. That's Robin. I think the water cooler needs to be moved into the break room. People congregate around it and talk a lot, and it's right next to my desk. Raymond is the worst and loudest offender. Please move the water cooler ASAP. Move Robin to back of office. Put sign on fridge. I left my limited edition Hanley lunchbox in the break room over the weekend and now it's missing. I think someone stole it. I looked around and no one will own up to it. Please find out who did this. When we have stuff that gets left in the break room at work, and it's there for like over and over and over again, eventually they just toss it. But they do send out an email saying that they're going to toss it first. I asked Raymond very nicely to shut his door if he's going to talk on the speakerphone. He told me he can do what he wants. Not only can I not concentrate due to his behavior, he is creating a hostile work environment. That is potential. Not harassment, but hostile work environment. If you can prove that he's doing it intentionally. I've also got a desk. I saw this book and thought of you. I know work hasn't been easy lately, but don't let him get you down. Just remember, it's all to support your loving family, your proud wife. You are strong, you are great, you are successful, you are a winner. How to deal with a demanding boss. 27 ways to cope without losing your pride. By Sandra Sass. I've got one of those little success posters. Alright, come up here. Will it ever stop ringing? So we have a half drinking water bottle, a novel titled When the Crow Caws, a custom business card ordering website, empty cubicle. We have Tummy Tonic, Ache Be Gone, and the Employee Handbook. Rule number 1, always be on time. Rule number 2, no employee relationships. To maintain a peaceful work environment for everyone, boyfriend-girlfriend relationships are prohibited. Violators may be fired. Doesn't say will be fired, it says may be fired, which means they're going to select one person that they don't like and fire that person. Rule number 3, clean up after yourself, allegedly. Keep your work area and the break room clean. Anything left in the fridge over the weekend will be trashed. That's what I said. He's left it in over the weekend, and I guarantee you his lunchbox got tossed. Rule number 4, be a team player. Always, sometimes we all need a little help, and sometimes we all have to take one for the team. Expect to do tasks beyond your official job description from time to time. Yeah, that can be abused though. Rule number 5, document complaints. If you have a dispute with a coworker or boss, fill out the official complaint form as soon as possible so it can be ignored. Rest assured that your complaints will not be ignored. They will be appropriately addressed by management on post-it notes. Rule number 6, and then filed in a drawer to be forgotten later. Rule number 6, schedule time off in advance. Requests made less than 1 week in advance, excepting emergencies, will be denied. Okay, over here, we've got a photo of a young girl. A spreadsheet and calculator are open. And we've got Ache Be Gone with a tablet. So Dad, he cut me off and it just barked at me. I don't know. It hurt my feelings. We've all had bosses like that. It's just part of it. What happens if What if it's personal though? I hope I don't get fired. Don't be silly. I only got 5%. I have to work on communication. Don't we all, lol. 5% is good though. I just get so nervous when I have to talk to him. I don't know how to get over it. Don't beat yourself up about it, hun. She's a joy. It's such a load off my mind knowing you're watching her. Couldn't ask for a better friend. Oh, you know I'm always here for you whenever you need me, girlfriend. Okay, so we have all of those. Okay, let's come back up to the top. We're sorry you're experiencing issues. Appa Zoogle product can help you with a web call away. Okay, so we've got... Oh, previous web calls. Novel titled A Tree Among Stumps. Open bottle of pain relievers. And here we have print 102 report, email Dreyfus, oil swap 11:30, meeting 5:05. We still have something I'm missing. Here we are. I can't believe he's trying to tear us apart, but you and I both know this isn't the end. We're still working together, whether we work together or not. Melody, on my mind, you'll always be. Please, oh please, don't forget me. All right, over here. When rats attacked by HV Harkey, a support ticket program is open. My computer won't connect to the internet without the latest update, but it won't download it. Help. I actually left my laptop on the roof of my car when I drove off yesterday. Is it fixable? No, and no. And then the broken monitor. In fairness, I have this where like my office computer, it's like, you need to update Windows or run this update. But I have to have administrator privileges to run the update. So I'm like, no. All right, we have a trash can. We do have a full box of Sweet Dream earplugs and an empty box of Tummy Tonic. Apparently it's break time again. Yeah, because everyone's going on break. Here is the break room. I think he should have offered to replace it at least. I mean, who does that? We have this. Attention, do not leave items in the fridge over the weekend. Fridge is cleaned out weekly. Management. That is the sign. We do have all words though. So let's go back in here. Where it all began. And let's see if we can figure out who done it. Again, I'm going to be going back through. Specifically, this is really tedious. I'm going to be going back through these and being very meticulous and putting down who I feel best. Oh, we've got one person we haven't met yet. Oh, we've got this person. He's gonna fire me. I just know it. Okay. Now we've got everyone. So first thing I recommend doing is filling out the who's who, because that's going to be able to, you're going to be able to drag and drop them into here. Like who's being interrogated, who works where, and then we need to find out what happened. So first things first, let's go through, alphabetize it. So we have Donald Bailey. From an earlier investigation, we know this as Max Stoop, and he's got the little oil on there. Chris Wooler. Raymond Wellington. Robin Walker. And Mickey James. Okay, so first, this is tediously going through the nephew, Max Stoop. So we have IT, Max Stoop, Raymond Wellington, who I believe is the guy that has his own office. Obviously, Donald is over here. And Claire, I believe, is like the executive, either the executive assistant or secretary. Front desk, whatever. Recording 4 was Zoe. And you have recording 5, Mickey. Recording 6 was Claire. And then we had Chris. So based off of this, the water cooler's right here. They suggested putting Robin as far away over as possible. The one that had the little girl that looks like Zoe right here. And this was the one that had the oil on it. And I need Chris Wooler. Okay, so while Donald Bailey was out for lunch, someone went into his office and defaced his, basically his wallpaper, his computer background, basically the background image, because, so who had the biggest motive? And the biggest one would be denied a raise by who? Claire. Donald. When Donald denied Claire's 7% raise despite giving her a great review, I think she was given like 5%. So, I mean, it's just like a difference of 2%. Claire wanted revenge. When he left for lunch, Claire waited until she thought everyone was in the break room. Then she pretended to hear the phone ring and snuck into his office. She was almost caught leaving the scene when Raymond's meeting ended, but she used the water cooler as an excuse and got away with it. Pursuit. Carefully read each interrogation recording to find clues pointing to personalities, mannerisms, names, and job titles. The men in suits are probably the manager and assistant manager. The person who answers the phone is at her desk. It seems like the pair in the break room are discussing something other than the computer background incident. You might recognize the man in the break room. He looks like he has oil on his jacket. The lady in the bathroom seems awfully upset. The man leaving the cubicle area looks awfully irritated. Who works where? Based on outfits and location, work out who the manager and assistant managers are. The interrogations will give a few clues about who does tech support, accounting, and answers the phone. Chris has a very old computer. Accounting would probably use spreadsheets. The person with a spreadsheet open mentions some details about a performance review on her phone. A certain interrogation mentions being able to hear someone typing across from someone else who's being interrogated. Recording 1 dramatically sighs a lot and works in tech support. Recording 2 is related to the big boss. Recording 3 seems to have high rank in the company, or seems to have rank in the company. Recording 4 seems extremely nervous. Maybe they're upset after their interrogation. Recording 5 seems to be new at the company. Recording 6 will have a book on their desk and is in charge of the phones. Robin was working at recording number 7's desk. What happened? It sounds like lots of people in the office had a motive for defacing the photo. Focus on who had the opportunity. Making a timeline of everyone's movement based on the interrogation recordings will be very helpful. According to everyone's statements, Robin, Claire, Raymond, Zoe, and Max were alone in the cubicles area at certain times during lunch to determine about how many minutes each person was alone. The culprit needs at least 5 minutes to do the deed. According to the email from Michael Smythe on Raymond's computer, Raymond really was stuck on the phone with Michael from 12:30 to 1:28, so he couldn't have done it. According to the recordings, Max went to the desk around 1:30 p.m. and was alone until right after he sent his email. The email on his computer was sent at 1:34, making it unlikely he had enough time to deface the photo. According to the recordings, Robin's best opportunity was when he was alone from 1:05 to 1:15. However, Raymond said he could sometimes see and hear Robin during his call with Michael Smythe, and the tech support web call log on Chris's computer shows that Robin really was on a call from 12:31 until 1:15 p.m. So he couldn't have done it. There's something fishy about Claire's story. Claire claimed her phone to hear the phone ringing while she was in the break room around 1:22 p.m. Can you hear the phone ringing in the break room? All right, now we have, looks like Grandma. Investigation number 9, the Great Bingo Brawl. Oh, wow, that is... No, this is egregious. We have a bingo. A case of bingo balls. Bingo extreme rules. Players must make an X across their entire card to win. Put call numbers in the blue box to verify all marked numbers on winners' cards have been called. Any disputes settled by CNA lead. All right, we have B1, B31, B21, B7, O77, O74, B11, I23, B5, G50, and I18. Let's go look at the calendar before we start looking at this level of chaos. Looks like we've got Joe. We've got all those numbers. Joe L. Mapleton Assisted Living Visitor. I believe that's Joe Longford, I think. I'm coming, my sweet Gigi. We also have more of those. Let's see, we have You're Nothing But a Big Fat. Well, apparently he got the wrong card. Let's see, what do we have here? Maybe she needs her hearing checked. We have another card. I have never. See, I told you to check it. And we've got more cards. I would say we probably should cross-reference that between all the bingo cards that they're displaying and the ones that have been picked. Calm down, it's just a game. Clearly it's not. You're what? Okay, so we've got more bingo cards and a pair of hearing aids. So, huh? Okay, we have another pair of hearing aids and a card that has not been touched. Probably because she's been asleep. Alright, so we've got... I think I don't see any more diamonds on this one. So here we have 3 desks for the nurse stations, resident rules and regulations. Our top priorities are the care and comfort of our residents. In order to encourage peaceful living for all of our facilities, these rules and regulations must be followed by all. Our home is your home. We want Mapleton Assisted Living to feel like a true home. Please feel free to use all facilities during the hours of 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Respect the quiet hours of 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. The cafe, library, and rec room are closed after 8 p.m. Residents are encouraged to rest in their rooms until 7 a.m. Absolutely no cheating at games. We have zero tolerance policy for cheating. Any resident caught cheating will be banned from all rec room games and raffles for a minimum of 60 days. Library checkout logs required. Residents are free to check out as many books and or DVDs as they please, but they must use the library checkout log. No late fees. Keep emergency contacts updated. Residents can alert staff whenever an update is required. Otherwise, the CNA will check in monthly. So we have that. We also have, looks like a trash bin. If you want to keep my mouth shut, you'll do as I say. Enclosed are 2 identical cards. Keep the copy and give the originals to the first resident to enter the rec room. Make sure this card is the winner tomorrow, or else. I know what you've been doing. Did you really think no one would notice what was missing? I'll keep your dirty little secret under one condition. Make sure tomorrow's raffle winners are rooms 101 and 102, or else. All right. Jordan, I just wanted to put in a formal request for a chess club to be added to the rec room schedule. As the game leader, is that something you can make happen soon? I have recently taken an interest and would love to have people to practice with regularly. Regards, Mr. Fall. And we have a desk drawer with chippers, the chippiest chips around, now with more salt, corn cola, 2 corn colas, an oak bar, and a corn bar. That was just the first desk. Second desk. We have a cup of, what was it, a cup of black coffee. Couldn't put it down. Kathy Walsh, The Times. First, they begged, then they blackmailed. When Detective Harvey Poole agreed to look into a mysterious fight by the local dam, all clues led back to the secretive group known as the Boyfriends Club. Check out previous Detective Harvey Poole novels, Nothing to Lose and Switched at Birth. Promotional approves. Congratulations on your role as CNA lead. Increase of 12% has been granted. Appear on your next paycheck. This is 4/15/24. We also have trash bin. Call CT request. Reason room change request was completed Tuesday morning. We're gonna go down to the bottom. Hi, my family's come to the hard decision that my father needs to enter assisted living. We were wondering if any rooms are currently available. Thanks in advance. Thank you for reaching out. We understand how difficult this transition can be, but rest assured that your father will be in great hands here. We play games, have clubs, and facilitate fun and relaxation. We will have 1 bed available as early as 4:15. Please call us and we'll assist you. Great, thanks. Sounds perfect. I will call when I get off work tonight. Now it's Jimmy L. Mapleton Botanical. Thank you, Botanical Gardens. Hi, I would be honored to donate 2-day passes to our gardens. As an added bonus, we can offer free lunch to one of our 3 on-site cafes. All 3 are wheelchair accessible. We can also accommodate any dietary restrictions your residents may have. Should we expect your winners on 5/10? Best wishes, Mapleton Botanical Gardens. Thank you so much. I know our lucky winners will enjoy a day out at your amazing garden. Yes, 5/10 works perfectly for us. Thanks again for your generosity. Carolita's Cake. Hey again, I just wanted to follow up with you about the gift cards. We would be thrilled to donate more for your bridge club. Is $10 a good amount? Could you send Mr. Everly to pick them up again? $10 would be great. Thank you so much. Tomorrow afternoon sounds great. And Colin Tink. Hello, I called earlier about my grandmother's room request. I just wanted to add that she's already found someone willing to switch with her, and I would greatly appreciate expediting this request. Thank you for reaching out with your request. Due to staffing issues, we have scheduled the room change for 5/6. We have provided your grandmother with earplugs to increase her comfort for the time being. We apologize and thank you for your patience and understanding. I'm sorry to be a bother, but my grandmother has not been able to sleep well for over a week now. I understand there are staffing issues, but she absolutely cannot wait until 5/6. I will have to contact the owner of the facility if this is not resolved by tomorrow. All right. Last station. We have a full bottle of water, some flowers. Ms. Gibbs, thank you so much for going to the extra mile to make our dad's transition comfortable. Calvin's family. We have some yarn. 420, try to get Alice and Chester to try CPAP for the snoring. Both refused. 429, tried again. CPAP, both say they can't sleep with it on. Took machines back to storage. 4:30. Advised Calvin to keep music down during quiet hours. First time offense. 5:1. Fitted Geraldine with new hearing aid. I'm probably going to mispronounce names. All right, we have a library. We have a vintage rotary dial phone. Oof. I grew up with a rotary phone. Fountain pen, a vintage typewriter. Grew up with one of those too. Welcome to the Vintage Corner. Enjoy a blast from the past with our rotary dial phone, fountain pen, and classic typewriter. Relive the good old days of snail mail. Use the letter drop-off box to send mail to your fellow residents and even staff. Hand-delivered by our friendly CNAs each afternoon around 3 p.m. Please let staff know when ink, paper, or envelopes run out. So Mapleton Assisted Living Rec Room schedule. Bridge 4:26, 5 p.m. Partner up and get ready to play bridge. The winning team gets two $10 gift cards to Carlita's Cake House. Knitting 4:29, 4:30 p.m. Our very own Diane leads a beginner-friendly knitting class every Sunday, all supplies provided. Day pass raffle, 4:30, 12 p.m. We're giving away 2 day passes to Mapleton Botanical Gardens with free luncheon included. All raffles done by room number. Bingo Extreme, 5:30, 6 p.m. Make an X on your card for a chance to win a $10 gift card to Applezuga. 1 round, 1 winner. And then we have over here, checkout log. Please place return books and DVD in basket. So Paul checked out Chess Essentials. Oh, C. Lane, Bridge, a primer. Paul, Chess Essentials. C. Longford, Call of the Wild. C. Lane, Les Miserables. Gretchen, Memoir of a Master. Ms. Wallace. Cowboys, the movie. Gretchen, Pride and Prejudice. C. Longford. Bridge, a primer. Ms. Wallace, Away with the Wind. And A. Campbell, Meditations. And now we have the rooms. We're going to go in numerical order. So here we have in room 101, we have Mapleton Botanical Gardens Day 1 Pass. Letter 1. Looking forward to our next game. I think that book I was telling you about gave me the edge. I crammed like a college student the night before. Ha ha ha. I've got a proposal for you. How would you like to have my gift card to Carlita's plus whatever prize we win next? I'll trade it with you for your day pass to the Botanical Gardens. I was really wanting to win that today. Give it some thought. CL. So we just need to analyze. So that came from CL. And here, hey girl, hope you're enjoying your new room. I'm loving mine. They say a change is as good as the rest, you know, but I guess you weren't getting much before. Since you kind of owe me one, I was wondering if you might be willing to part ways with the day pass you won today. I know the outdoors aren't really your thing. Let me know you know where to find me. We also have nightstand. We have up to 30 decibels quieter, an open pack of earplugs, and then we have tricycle playing carts instead of bicycle. All right, so that's 101. 102, we have a CPAP machine. There's a radio, a book. We have some corn cola, 2 grandpa tricycle playing cards. Dear Sugar, it's so sweet of you to not go without me, but I still can't believe her. So ungrateful. As for the other thing, I really need you to keep being discreet. It'd be one thing if Sam could keep a secret, but I know my kids would end up hearing about it, and I'm just not ready to deal with all that yet. I hope you understand, Sugar. Besides, it's fun to feel young again. How about you sneak over tonight around 9 p.m.? It'll be easier than ever now that we're neighbors. Forever yours, Gigi. P.S. Trust me, you're sharp as a tack. Hey, buddy. You're getting pretty good at bridge. Having a good partner is the key to success, as I'm sure you've noticed. Haha. My partner is serious about her games. Always first to the rec room and last to leave. Haha. I've got a proposal for you. What if I told you some of my bridge secrets and even partnered with you sometimes in exchange for that garden day pass that you won today? I really wanted to win that one. Let me know. CL. All right, so that's 102. 103. We have a CPAP machine, and we have a trunk, which has a box of chippers addressed to Dad, Honey Bun, and 2 letters and tricycle playing cards. Hey, Honey Bun, please don't think anything of it. My dearest one, I was just trying to be nice to poor old Gretchen. Some people can't take their hearing outs like we can. As for the new guy, you're more than enough for me, Honey Bun. Let's meet in the cafe around 8:30 p.m. Monday night, okay? I've been missing you too. Forever yours, Gigi. I thought everything was closed at like 7. Dear brother, you'll never get me to go near that awful machine, so give it up. The noise reminds me of my first job as a secretary, and I hated that job. Just be happy I'm sending you snail mail at all. Switching rooms has been great for this early bird, though. I have watched the sun rise every day this week from my window. I bet you're loving seeing the sunset for yours, your loving sister. Okay, so this one, and there's another one on the other side that have a sister. All right, so 4, we have a knitted hat and a desk. We have Ode to Rose. My dearest Gigi, April 30th. Are you sure everything is okay between us? I mean, we were finally neighbors, but then you up and switched. You're breaking my heart here, Gigi. I hope you're not going to replace me with that new guy. I saw him making eyes at you. Let me know when you can meet me. It's been too long and I'm missing you badly. I wish your niece didn't work here. Then we could be together and that new guy would know to keep his distance. Yours truly, your Honey Bun. My sweet Gigi, can you believe it's going to be our 4-month anniversary next week. The 7th will be here before you know it. Time flies when you're in love. I'm planning a little something special for us. If it all goes according to plan, haha. You love always, your teddy bear. P.S. I'm still working on your scarf. So I was saying, it's like there's so much lore of like little tips and hints that go into this. Good news. I finally sending you snail mail. I hope you can read my handwriting because I refused to type on that ancient thing. Bad news, she said no to me, so I gave mine away. I really only wanted it if I could have alone time with you. I feel like a teenager again, all excited about my new girlfriend, but having to sneak around, never thought I'd have to do that again, lol. Don't you think it would be easier to just come out with it? I know it might be hard for your family at first. It was hard for my kids when I first started dating again too, but they came around. Love, Sugar. P.S. My colas stopped disappearing. Maybe I was just going senile. Lol. All right. That was 104. 105. We have a basket of knitting supplies. We have the other Mapleton Botanical Garden Pass, tricycle cards. Dear Teddy Bear, oh, what could the surprise be? I can't wait to find out. I wouldn't have wanted to spend these months with anyone else. You truly are my one and only. How about meeting me in my room after 9 p.m. on our anniversary? It's been too long since we've had some time to ourselves. Love always, Gigi. And then 106, we have Meditations, which I believe was a book that was checked out, which would give us that hint. Dear sis, all right, I surrender. I've been trying to catch that sunset every evening when there's no game going on. You know I can't miss the games. Sure is peaceful though. In other news, my son brought me my favorite chippers the other day, but I think that new guy might have helped himself to some. There's a bag or two missing and I know you don't like them. I don't have proof, but I think he's just the type to take things that aren't his. Just wanted to state that for the record. Trust me, he's shady. Love, your bro. So we have corn bars, oat bars, and it's addressed to Auntie or Auntie, however you wish to pronounce that. And that was 106. Was it? Oh no, I know what I was going to look for. If we go back over here to the library, person who was a camp pal. So I think this one, it gets a little tricky because you're looking at it and you're getting the letter and you're seeing who signed it, And you got to remember it's going to be the room of who it's addressed to. All right. So with that, I think we have all the words. So we can go through and figure this out. Now, what I'm going to be doing is it's going to involve going through back and looking at all of these into here and then looking for context clues in all of the items in the room. And making who I think they are. Now, first off, we can put in Gretchen, Tink. And then we have the three orderlies of Sam Wallace, Jordan Everly, who I believe is the one that just got the promotion. And then over here we have Diane Gibbs. Other ones we have Geraldine Wallace. We have Joe Longford, who we saw earlier. And I believe he was, yeah, he's with over here. Because this is his dad, or grandfather, sorry. Calvin Longford. And here's our brother and sister, which are Paul Fall and Alice Campbell, which leaves the last name we have is Chester Lane. Now, who sleeps where? Again, this is going back and forth between all. We have... No, this one. Gretchen, Tink, because I think they just got moved. Calvin has a CPAP, so that's why Gretchen had the headphones. Paul is now on the side that has the sunset, with Alice being on the side that has the sunrise, and that leaves Chester right there. All right. So now we have a lot of different stuff. So we have someone, something, did something to someone to ensure that he or she and someone else would... Okay, so easiest thing is we do... Because it looks like they're cheating. Someone cheated, but it's subterfuge. So someone blackmailed Jordan. And if we look on here, the two people that have the most, they're in the center of the fighting, is between Gretchen and here. Because remember, just like with Thumper, it's all about Gretchen. So what happened to Gretchen? That's the key thing that we need to be looking at when we're doing this. So if it's Gretchen, given the picture, we're going to say it's Geraldine Wallace blackmailed that to ensure that she and someone else would, and specifically it was to win, because they really wanted that day pass to the botanical gardens. However, there was a whole lot of issue with Gretchen. Tink couldn't sleep due to, we have Alice Campbell's snoring. So her room was switched too soon. So it was switched before they could win, which caused Gretchen to win instead of Geraldine. And then when Gretchen refused to give up the day pass, Geraldine blackmailed Jordan to ensure that Gretchen would win the bingo game. So during the game, Geraldine accused Gretchen of cheating because she had the pass, but part of the rules is that would have gotten then Gretchen banned, which that in turn led to the fight, which revealed that Geraldine had multiple boyfriends. And so they were cheating, so it doesn't really matter because then she would not be able to go anyway. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if she won the pass, then she'd have to pick one of them. And it's like, how are they not going to know that, oh yeah, by the way, we're also doing this one. So she wanted to take, I believe it was Calvin. Yeah. Geraldine was furious that her raffle plot didn't work out. To get back at Gretchen, Geraldine decided to get her banned from the rec room by framing her for cheating. Even if Jordan spilled the beans, Geraldine knew Gretchen would look guilty since both blackmail letters benefited her. Unfortunately for Geraldine, her plan was also led to her secret boyfriends finding out about each other. So, yeah. Kind of that reverse Uno card for Gretchen there. It looks like there are 3 employees, 6 residents, and 1 guest. Parts of several employees' names can be found at their workstations. Other parts are found inside a resident's room and in the library. Take note of who's wearing hearing aids and who snores. The library check-out log is a great way to narrow down residents, compare what they chose to check out, and those items and details in their rooms. Comparing handwriting will be helpful in identifying 2 people. Bridge is a card game played with partners. Looks like certain residents usually play together. 2 of the residents are siblings. 1 of the residents is related to a member of staff. Didn't a letter somewhere mention a niece? Gigi is probably Gretchen or Geraldine. C-Lane is a bridge partner of someone who loves games. The newest resident is related to the visitor Joe L. The staff member at the podium is not the game leader. Sam is the niece of someone with many boyfriends. Perhaps they have the same last name. The first name of the newest residents can be found near a vase of flowers. CPAP machines prevent loud snoring. Calvin likes to listen to music. Cross-reference the letters found in each room and take notes of nicknames, hobbies, handwriting, and other identifying details. Bridge players might have cards in their room. A. Campbell's book from the library checkout log is in her room. The winners of the raffle tickets were the residents of 101 and 102, but do they still have the tickets in their rooms? A lot of the room switching is going on. Take notes of who switched with who. Clues are in letters and emails. When the siblings switched rooms with each other, another resident could no longer sleep due to noise. What happened? It looks like there's been accusation of cheating made in the rec room. Some clues about what might have happened can be found in someone's trash. Some clues about the motive are found in various letters in resident rooms. It looks like someone has been stealing snacks out of the residents' rooms. It looks like most of the residents like to use the typewriter to send each other snail mail. You can narrow down who might have sent the blackmail notes by eliminating the 2 residents who never use the typewriter. Somebody's snoring ruined the raffle ticket plan. It seems like the wrong person won one of the raffle tickets and refused to give it up. It looks like someone has multiple secret boyfriends. It looks like the bingo game was rigged in someone's favor. It looks like the person accused of cheating is going to be banned from Rec Room games, as the employee handbook details. And now we go to the final one. This little guy. Investigation 10. A graduation to remember. All right, so here we can change the time to 6 p.m. and 6:30. So we have my wrist kind of hurts. We have a diploma, a pair of torn pants. Are you okay, hun? So something happened and it looks like he got hurt. Did you see that? 47th Annual Mapleton Elementary Program, Graduation Program. Opening ceremony by Melanie Jenkins. A royal retirement. A short play. Commencement graduation ceremony. Closing statement by Melanie Jenkins. Sponsored by Tripped, your one-stop trip advisor app. And then we have here, who raised that child? I'd be so embarrassed. You have it here, gasp with a couple of chewed crayons. All right, so let's go back and look. We've got classroom, desk assignment notes. Best friends can't sit directly beside or in front of each other. The king and queen of troublemaking must be closest to my desk. Put Bailey and Lyle in the middle seats. Cat lover needs an end seat. Put Marley between Houston and Bailey. A quiet crayon chewer cannot be near the cubbies. Put Houston in the back row away from the troublemakers. Tina likes to be by the door. Kat and Colin probably need glasses. Don't put Damien next to his crush. Duncan is a terrible influence on Lyle. Keep them apart. I will say that there is an art to creating seating charts where you minimize distractions and maximize the learning ability while also keeping people that can't stand each other apart, as well as keeping people that will not stop talking from sitting next to each other. It's an art form. Ms. Jenkins, I appreciate you letting me know about the behavior changes you've been noticing in my son. I'm truly sorry for any disruption our son has been a part of. He's had some trouble making friends, so I think he just wants to look cool. We had a nice talk with him again, and I think we got through to him. I know there aren't many days left in school, but please let us know if things don't improve. Sincerely, Ms. Tink. I was so scared, Kathy Walsh, the Times. First they hid, and then they followed. When the mysterious package is dropped off at Detective Harvey Poole's office, he immediately suspects someone from his past. Will a dark secret finally catch up to the famed sleuth? Check out the previous Detective Harvey Poole novels, Nothing to Lose and Switched at Birth. Ms. Jenkins, I am very shocked that you sent home yet another behavior note with my daughter this week. It's the last week of school. I threw it in the garbage without even reading it. That tells you everything you need to know about the parent-child dynamics. Right there, that sentence. At home, my daughter is an angel, yet I am supposed to believe she's magically transforms into a big bully when she steps into your classroom. You've accused her of picking on almost everyone. I think you are the one picking on her for having a little fun with her friends. I've spoken with her parents too, and we will be complaining to the principal, Ms. Watkins. Yeah, you are the problem. You teach, you smile, you care. Ms. Jenkins, I know my son wasn't the easiest child in class to handle, and unfortunately inspired others in his class to behave the same, so I just wanted to express my gratitude for your patience and grace with him. His father has always been a prankster, and I'm afraid the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Thanks again for wrangling our little rascal, Ms. Atkins. And that's why we call you the best teacher ever. Okay, we also have student of the season, summer, fall, winter, and spring. We have Summer and Bailey. Fall, we have Lyle. Winter, we have Houston, and spring, we have Cat. Did we actually get... Yeah, we can start to put some of these in, such as Houston. Who else did we have? Bailey. We had Kat and Lyle. All right, then we have over here, we have a pink feather. So we have, when I grow up, I want to be my dad. My favorite food is chocolate. My favorite person is cat. My favorite color is blue. When I grow up, I want to be a dog doctor. That's called a vet. My favorite food is pizza. My favorite person is my BFFs. My favorite color is pink. Burley, today's drawing, me and my friends. Me, right here. Houston. Okay, we have, when I grow up, I want to be police. My favorite food is apple. My favorite person is M plus B. My favorite color is blue. I'm guessing that's Marley and Brentley. Yeah, I'm willing to bet this is... So this is Brentley. This is Marley. And this is... whoever's here. Lyle, Houston, Bailey. Today's drawing, me and my friends. We have another thing of Cat and Colin. Colin likes cats. Do we have any changes? I don't think we have any changes in here. So, really cool little classroom, after hours classroom. All right, so we have a class behind the stage, a royal retirement, create your own silly play synopsis. The king of the jungle is ready to retire, but who will become the next leader? To make this important decision, the king decides to gather all his favorite animals in the kingdom and have them take turns striking their best pose on his throne. Whoever looks the coolest will become the next leader. Work with your students to create silly dialogue and judge who struck the best pose. Characters: the king, Marley, Damien, or Houston. The brown elephant, 3 testy tigers, 3 cheesing cheetahs, 2 zany zebras. Apart from the king, each character will need a fun addition to the provided costumes, like a hat from home or a craft made in class, plus a pair of cool sunglasses to put on when they sit on the throne. Send details home to parents. Throne pose order. One of the zebras is last. The brown elephant goes first. None of the cheetahs pose directly before or after each other. The second tiger to pose has a 3-striped tail. Bailey goes directly after Marley. The animal with the 2-striped tail goes directly before an animal with a 3-striped tail. Colin goes fourth. So here we have Colin goes fourth. I love when they tell you that. One of the cheetahs is second to last. Character and prop notes. Kat and Duncan do not want to be cats. Lyle and Colin want to be cats. Duncan and Tina want to wear hats. Tina and Brentley want to be something with stripes. And something that's really cool, you'll notice that there's circles here. Well, we get to also load in the character portraits of these kids as well. So one thing I recommend is taking a screenshot of this and also take a screenshot of this one. Will help you with the throne pose order and who sits where respectively. Okay, that takes us back to here. So we need to go back in time and see what happened. So we have a bouquet of paper flowers. Whispers, I can't believe that happened. Uh-oh, she's getting mad. Everyone get backstage. That was not part of the play. We have now even ladder. Toot bag. Stop laughing. That's mean. So someone did not like that. But the elephant is laughing. Did we get everything? Oh, here's someone else in the... Yeah, someone else is laughing in the thing. In the audience. So they all took turns on the throne. And here's where you get some of these where like one of them is like 3 stripes and 4 stripes. And you've got cheetahs, some 2 tigers, 2 elephants, and a zebra here. I don't believe there's not any changes in the classroom at night. But here we do have 3 together. And this has got a tiger with 2 stripes. Wait, it has to be you. Ooh. Huh? So whoever this is, they're the person that's going to be doing something. And then we've got this one, but I'm not seeing any differences. So with that, we're going to go through, I'm going to do again, whole bunch of really deep analysis. For the seating chart, because we do have everyone here. For the seating chart, we need the 2 people that are, well, all right. So things that we need for the seating chart. We need to put Bailey and Lyle in the center. Cat lover needs an end seat. The biggest cat lover was Colin. So I'm going to put him over here because the 2 biggest troublemakers need to sit closest to the desk. And that is Duncan. Hold on, we're gonna... That is Duncan and Brentley. And then Kat and Ty and Colin need glass. So we're gonna put there. Now Houston needs to be as far from troublemakers as possible. Tina likes to be near the door, so that's as close as we can get to the door. And then... yeah, then we'll put Damien here. And who am I missing? Marley. All right, so for that, now we come up here. Duncan. Tina. Colin was just with the cat. And this is a matter of you're going to be going through and looking at faces. And then we have Brentley. But now we need to have the pictures. So for that... So Kat and Duncan want to be cats. Wait. Sorry. Kat and Duncan do not want to be cats. So they are going to have to be either be zebras or elephants. So we'll put... that. Lyle and Colin want to be cats. So if we have... Yeah, so like Lyle and Colin, we're just gonna put some ones. I don't necessarily know if they're, I don't know if I placed them as tigers yet. Duncan and Tina wear hats. And Tina wear hats, so that's the only other hat that we've got. Tina and Brentley want to be something with stripes. So this one can't be, so we're going to put that one there. So Tina, and then Brentley wants to be something else with a hat. Sorry, Duncan. Tina and Brentley want to be something with stripes. That's what it is. Okay. So... I got that. What if... put that there. And then some of it's going back and forth. With who they are in here. And learning all the drama that goes in. So we're gonna flip some of these around. And throne pose. One of the zebras is last, which means it has to be either Cat or Tina. We'll put Cat last. The brown elephant goes first, which is Duncan. None of the cheetahs pose directly before or after each other. So... one would have to be either second and third, one would have to be fifth and sixth, and one would have to be seventh and eighth. So we could do like... Houston. Marley and Brentley. We could do that. Because Colin has to go fourth. Bailey goes directly after Marley. Yeah, so if we have the animal with 2 stripes, tail goes directly before an animal with a 3-stripe tail. So that goes into like analyzing which one the cheetahs is second to last. So there's there. So we'll put Lyle here, and we'll throw Tina right there. All right, now we get to figure out what happened. So during the play, Lyle hid a tote bag on the throne, which embarrassed Brentley because she was next to pose. Then during the ceremony, someone I did not alphabetize these. Tripped Lyle and embarrassed him too. So who would have done it? So if Brentley embarrassed, who might have the most to gain? So come here. We have that. So there's two people that I feel like would go with. One is Marley. And the other is... if not her, then it would be Tina. What befell Lyle? Lyle wanted to look cool in front of Duncan, the class prankster, so he snuck a toot bag onto the throne after he took his turn. Brentley, the class bully, was humiliated when she sat on it, and everyone laughed. So she planned to trip Lyle at the graduation to get even. However, since Lyle wouldn't have to walk in front of Brentley or Marley, Tina had to actually do the deed. That sounds like karma is what that sounds like. Who's who? Start with the bulletin board in the classroom. The cubbies hold important clues. Pay close attention to what's in each one. Figuring out the seating chart will provide additional clues. Figuring out throne pose order will provide additional clues. The pink feather in the desk points to a particular costume. The flower in a certain cubby points to a certain prop. The drawings in two cubbies point towards prop choices. Who sits where? All the clues you need to solve this puzzle are in the classroom. The cubby will help you identify who the cat lover, best friends, and crayon chewer could be. The kid who needs glasses will probably be sitting in the front row. There is one male and one female troublemaker in the class who must sit in the front row at one of the two desks in front of the teacher's desk. Therefore, anyone who is supposed to be in the back row or in the middle can be eliminated as troublemakers. One student is never mentioned by name in the notes. The cubbies will help you find that name. Someone is noted as being a bad influence. Perhaps that child is a troublemaker. The students chosen for student of the season are probably not troublemakers. Throne pose order. Solving who sits where. Puzzle first helps you identify certain children's costumes. The props the children are holding or wearing will help identify who is wearing which costume. The king does not take a turn posing on the throne. Kat and Duncan must be dressed as a zebra or elephant. Lyle and Colin must be dressed as a cheetah or tiger. Tina and Brinley must be dressed as a zebra or tiger. Duncan and Tina are the only two kids wearing hats except for the king. Each child is only supposed to put on their sunglasses when they sit on the throne. Pay attention to who is wearing sunglasses and who isn't. What happened? What happened during the play led to what happened during the graduation. Someone was embarrassed by something that happened during the play. Someone was embarrassed by something that happened at the graduation. A toot bag makes a fart sound when sat on. It looks like children backstage might be conspiring. The person who placed the toot bag sat on the throne directly before the person who sat on the toot bag. Figuring the throne pose order will help you figure out who placed the toot bag and who sat on it. The child crying at the graduation seems to have torn the knee of his pants and hurt his wrist. What might have happened to him? The person who sat on the toot bag can't be the person who tripped the crying child. Who else could it have been? She set me up somehow, some way. I just know it. That bathtub. So trauma. Can you believe such incompetence? At least they didn't break it. I worked so hard for my prize. I'll never be a boss babe now. I don't think your dad will ever like me either. That poor. That's the real tragedy of the day. I really thought he cared about me. I guess I've made my share of enemies too. That really was the worst day ever. Roll credits. This was a labor of love from a husband and wife team. This was a really cute game. I'm hoping to see other stories set in the town, maybe around town, and maybe you're having to do like an investigation or something. And this is a really cool mechanic, really cool game. I've enjoyed this. I played this through actually a couple times now. And every time I'm finding something that I didn't see earlier. So there's a lot of hidden depth to some of it, and some of it you really have to think. This has been the case of the worst day ever. I think Thumper would agree. So thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day, and see you next time.